Alrighty. Oh, I'm like sort of weirdly zoomed in anyway. How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Desu just got home and supper done. Hopefully it was a good day for you. Ben, nice to see you. Ooh, the 1, 2, 3. Flack, how's it going? Tundra, how are you today? Oh, goodness. Yes, that is the plan. Bedtime story. But that'll be a little bit later. We're going to shiny hunt for a bit. Like you said, that's the plan. Petition for him to ASMR the book. I mean, good. I have the equipment, so. But anyway, that's a different story. Sparkle, nice to see you. He said changing the subject. Yeah, I do intend to put it up somewhere else, so. Yeah, it's going to be after break. Flack, that's the plan. That's the plan. Hey, Fizz. Oh, I'm not doing the event den any longer. Well, we did get one at 7. So, if I inch a little closer, maybe one will show up. There we go. We're doing random encounters in the Crown Tundra. Yeah, that would be pretty wild. Let's see if we get it on the first try. Yeah, Ben, the plan was for 8. The plan was for 8, so we'll get started with a little bit of hunting. Basically because I wasn't sure how the week was going to work out, you know? I never know with work stuff how things are going to go. So I had to time it for then. No, that's okay. That's okay, Fizz. Turn this down a little bit. No worries. No worries. It's about 6:30. Actually, yeah, 6:31 p.m. Well, the event ended, that's true. I mean, you can keep it around artificially, right? But it did end. You get your predicts in. Yeah, we're probably only going to do this, like I said, for about an hour or so. And then we'll take a break in a little over an hour. And switch to the book. I honestly don't think that'll take 2 hours. I don't know what we'll do after. End early. But it might. It's not very long. It depends on how much I draw it out, maybe. I suppose that depends. Alright, lurk away. After BRB, hey, no worries, Neo. I will warn everyone that during the reading, I'm going to try to keep it like... I'm not necessarily doing an audiobook, but like... I'm going to try to read it straightforward. I will probably not be... I'll keep chat up, but I'm not going to be as responsive to chat. I might take a break in between chapters to catch up, but... I didn't look through much, but it is broken down into like a few different chapters at least, so... maybe I should get a command going like... Story time, or something, I don't know. I mean, that's always true, but... it'll be fine. It's a long time, RJ. Hope you're doing well, too. Okay. You're gonna try to stay. Don't push yourself. It's gonna be very late for you, I know. Yes, I do intend to put the VOD up, chop it to maybe YouTube. Oh, probably not. And yes, I would like to at least to grab the audio file and get that out there somewhere. Through Discord. I can put the audio file on YouTube. It's just like a screenshot of the book or something. Nah, you got the extra hour, quote unquote. But alright, I see Destiny. Yeah, you're an hour behind me, so to speak. That is really good. If you don't mind me just on a quick yoink that one. I'll just make the command like story time and then that way just so I don't have to, no one has to be trying to explaining or catching up to anyone who might pop in and question though what the heck is going on here. Thinking ahead. Because I'm trying to take it I literally typed an exclamation point command. It's one of those days. Alright, this should work. We don't need to use it yet, but... No, I mean, that's fine. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. We certainly... I mean, I'm on the chill side over the... Ooh, it breaks it down to 2. Sad. Anyway, yeah. That's undeniable, right? I'll take the calm. I mean, Desu was joking about ASMR, but what if it wasn't? Anyway. No green elephant. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Alright. Hey, AJ. Let's see. It took a few days to see some family that you haven't seen in a while. You got shinies, though. Okay, so family trip and shinies. That's good. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Could be Q-Fan, yeah. Wait. Can't hear. Well, that's interesting. Okay, everyone else can. I did look, though. Wait, add an enter? Like after the message? I'm confused. My brain as well. I forgot there's an option here, and I love that you can't even see its head on screen. Okay. Totally unaware. Gotcha. Okay. Whoa. You're a neat strong spawn today. Did we take a look? It decided for me. Alright, nope. Alright, hopefully that fixes it. Jeez. Alright. Not recent. I want story. As I almost spill everything. We haven't had a good Jikno spill in a while, knock on wood. Oh, I see exactly what happened. You're right. Wow, that's so silly. Yep. I should have noticed that right off the bat. I just didn't even spot it. Okay. Oh, I can get Girder in here. Interesting. A DA phase that I have, but wouldn't mind as a dupe if I were to bump into it. Yeah, I mean, it visibly had it. Maybe I should capitalize the S, but either way, I just didn't even notice. That's... Why am I so close today? Smart. Smart. It's that sunny weather. This would be a dupe. We did get one. Alright. Hey, Blue. Tuning in for Reading Rainbow. A little bit later. How are you? We'll get there soon, I'm sure. The time will fly. I get it, Ben. Please. Yeah, there'll be other ways to see it. Listen. I guess if you are so interested, don't push yourself. Especially with GoFest tomorrow. Okay. It's also true. You can try to sleep, and if you still can't, you can come back. For those who are going to participate, should be a lot of fun. Oh, goodness. There we go. I see that Arkin in there, though. I think it's an Arkin. Yeah, it's quite a bit. Hopefully we can get a shiny before then. One of these two beauties. We'll probably stop Terrakion and maybe single hunt Kaparaja as it gets closer. I can't really risk going too far into that. I mean, into that time. I gotta make sure I get quite a bit done in the morning, so I'm trying to go live like, oh, Arkin, very early tomorrow, so I can spend at least the majority of GoFest doing DAs and stuff, while shiny hunting. So there's a lot of hunts. Raid potential. That's more for Sunday, though. Finally got shiny Regice registered in the decks. Thanks to sending out rejects. Thanks to the blasphemous. How dare they? Did you know I had to know. I had to know. I went to the site and they, as much as I don't like them, either in-game name and their group, it's like Grumpig's Jennings Grotto. Not only have they taken Grumpig, they've taken alliteration. It's gone too far. It's gone too far. Hey, Fenrat. You finally got your shiny Ninkata. Good, good. I mean, at this point, you've gotten so many, right? Take it. Good. That's what I'm saying, right? It's all against me. Oh well. It is funny though. Just what are the odds it isn't Garchomp or something, right? Come on. Did they pick it because of the G? I mean, I'm happy someone else likes Grumpig. It's just not common. Maybe the one. Okay, there's cool. Okay. The one who cared. Yeah. Oh, you're still going for this Sneasel. No, I know, you put the Kappa, I know. Yeah. And I didn't mean it, I just meant like someone. That wasn't alluding to anybody. Wow, they look so tiny in the grass. I mean, I guess it's not that small. Look at it. It's because they're flat. They're like Ekans in Let's Go. They're moving naturally. You can't see it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Just flat, right? Moves as it should. Ooh, nice. Okay. Triple threes at least. Oh, well, take a nap. Nope, no nap. Oh, that won't do a lot. Okay. You may die. It was actually really well. It's probably not going to be as bad. It was like low 90s and super hot. And then thankfully everything's fine. Maybe knock on wood again. But I don't know. Now it's raining. Maybe 20 minutes ago, there was just these huge claps of thunder, a bunch of lightning, and then the sky just broke open. Downpour. Now it's lightened up, but it's wild. Did a tournament and got white? Ooh. No. It was very good when you could use the Mega. And to some success without it, but usually it's good when you're trying to counter... or bring it as a partner to counter Groudon or Kyogre. That's where it saw its best success because of, its abilities. Not currently any good, though. I believe you, for sure. I mean, the last time it was good was when you could use the Mega and again. Or it was when Groudon and Kyogre were the kings and queens of comp. That was like 2016. Ooh, that is quite warm for there. Of course. I mean, warm in general. I mean, that's something you could try to work on instead of the hunt. There's nothing wrong with full odds. I mean, truly, you never really know. I've had arguably way better luck in Sword, which is my game without the shiny charm, than even the game with charm. It's probably evened out by now with a bunch of these recent ones being pretty fast too. But I've had overall pretty great luck. Without charm as well. Yeah, Kyogre, I mean with Ice Beam, I imagine. Ooh, I tried to dodge it last minute. It is very powerful, undeniably. I'm trying to think of what set, like item-wise and stuff, what EVs they ran, but I can't truly remember. truly can't remember. I don't. Oh, hello. I actually, okay. Trolled. The Capraja hitbox is so big, I thought there's no way I could miss it. This Centiscorch was just about to get trampled. Yeah, see, I didn't even have to move. I was hitting it. It's just sneaky. Okay, try to bring Groudon. Yeah, I think those are, I mean, again, they were largely, well, it'd still work even without the primals. Never mind, I'm thinking about Ray. Yeah. Groudon and Kyogre are still good no matter what. Okay. Now's the time to do some KOs though, right? I'm thinking about it. We have the sun up. I could use the Talonflame I just trained. Bop a few of them, but I'm not going to. Started without them, that's how it's going to go. Better Force. Ooh. I do still have my Dampmon with me. Ooh, Serena's making a comeback. I kind of like that. Yeah, it would be... No, I never did. You're right. I never did that. Let me do it now. Whoops. No. I'm in casual controls. Can I scroll up with this still? No. Okay. Slow mode. That's pretty close. 27. 25 is the spawn boost, right? Okay. 50 is the first shiny boost, right? Forget how that goes. Because I know 25 was the max that Calibros would do. The sound problem will just have to wait. Huh. Still can't hear me. They should have the ability to use closed captions, although I don't quite enunciate. So they're not the best. But you got Shiny Grubbin instead of the Fomantis in your SBQ. Okay. Right, and then yeah, exactly, to not get it. Okay. So then it must be 25 is the limit then. It must be a small boost at 25. Yeah, okay. I mean, I could look, but it's fine. Considering the count is basically total encounters in Giant's bed. At this point anyway, I don't think it matters. Well, that's what I've told myself. Whoa, okay. Oh, so many Arcan, I wouldn't mind. Maybe I keep thinking those are Arcan, I bet they're not even. They're probably just, the red is just the Centiscorch, isn't it? They're all Scorch. Super Trolls. The catch a Psyduck, and it called in the shiny SLS. Treating you well there, unintentionally even. Thanks. If it's around, okay. Yeah, try to keep an eye on that. I'm just laser focused, trying to. It's more like what I see in my peripheral vision. I'm pretty sure that was a Centiscorch trying to climb the hill there. While looking for these elephants. 13,300. Oof. Ooh, not too far away. Certainly hope someone gets to predict right. Ooh, or we get something tonight. Okay. What am I stuck on? Something. Chair's finally broke. No, it's not. Alright, look away in Mount Moon, no worries. Sorry you can't hear. So I'm not sure that's even helping. No. If there's ever a day I'll miss it, it's probably in this lighting, right? Come to think of it. Why would I say that? We all know it's gonna be fine. I'm just trying to reassure myself now, though. I could feed Galate some bitter medicine. I have 26 left. Your third batch of sending out 30 Breejecks total. Okay, I got you now. You got 5 Gen Shinies in the first batch, 2 in the second, and 1 so far. This is good. Well, I can't be planning anything else. Maybe good data? Okay. Nope, that was a predict there. That's okay. Good to know. I mean, it's a. I'll never really. I would never win anyway. Anyway, yeah, Milcery, this week's Pokemon of the week. I mean, I guess if we get Caparaja, we can like attempt a few random Milcery encounters for the sake of it, if the story's over early, but we'll see what happens there. If we get either one of these shinies, we'll also open a couple, literally 2 TCG packs in a dual. It's not even called a lightning pack, it's just like a dual pack. Oh. You've got 10 Sneasel running around. That's excellent, though. Despite maybe not having the charm, at least you have like you're going for a mon that has a really good encounter rate, so that sort of makes up for it over time or helps. Yeah, let Thunder know. Love Ball 5. Love Ball hidden ability 5 IV Breejecks. I almost said 5 ability. The future of Pokemon. They start getting 4th and 5th abilities. Just skip 4th. The new meme. There is only one place to go for Milcery in the wild. It's Route 4 in the grass, like random encounters. No way to boost it. I think it's even pretty low. Encounter rate there, but don't quote me. I'd have to look. So if you're looking to do it efficiently for the Pokemon of the week, and really efficiently in general, Masuda's probably the way. But I already bred for the first one to get Alchemy. It's during our Pokemon of the week. During our Gym Leader Challenge. So for this one, I'd probably do random encounters, and I guess we could stick with it after. But at this point, we'll most likely stick with this and see what next week's is. There it is. We had so much early game Masuda luck. Duraludon. Milcery for Alchemy. Even, I'm totally blanking right now. Indeedee. I'm such a fool. Wasn't so bad. The starters were generally all under odds. They're just like Slowpoke. 1 egg under double. 10,023. That's how I remember. Well, we just hit the 1023rd encounter on Caparaja. That's eerie. Okay. Okay. Did your time with random encounters on Route 4 and you're over it. Well, there we go. It's not eerie, it's just interesting. That's fair. I guess I haven't gotten my fill yet. Ooh, I did full odds the Emperor there. It's the only mod I've hunted in the living dex there, so. I just want another Electrike. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Electrike and Manectric do look pretty good in Gen 8. That's exactly it. Isn't there a pretty safe spot? Whenever I've seen anyone go from Milcery in the grass, it seems to be far left. Somewhere over there. Okay. Hey, Calbros, how's it going? Yeah, it depends on how you hunt, exactly. Since it was a Masuda shiny, star is common. Its square would be rare from the eggs, and then swapped around for random encounters. Like Hunter said. Ooh, no bells. Also a funny thing to say. Alright. Excuse me. Lonely Copperaja? Oh, it's a lonely centipede. Or remain lonely for now. It is, yeah. Not a good time for it, but it is. I'm sneezing like crazy too. My. A bit headachy. Uh-oh. Took something for that. I have no idea. You're supposed to be at 10 for Pogo tomorrow. How was your day? I don't know. Try to go to sleep now. I don't know. It's like shifted, right? I don't know. I'm gonna try to just do it like this. Is that better? I think it just got bumped. I've been like out of frame and then just not thinking about it. I can't. Let me look. Is that better? It's more like it should be, at least. It's still not right. It's much better than it is, or was. Let's see. I don't know how you're gonna do Pogo stuff, but hopefully you can hang in there. Goodness. I'm actually really looking forward to it. So. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's something like allergy related because it's related to, like, I'm sneezing and then I think, yeah, it's just sinus draining. Is that gross? That's very odd. It's nearly impossible. Someone else's? Neighbors? I don't know. Yeah, that must be it. That must be it, yeah. She was streaming. Alright, there we go. That was fine. We're kind of working around, like, her living area. So, waiting until she's not there and not there. We did some... we got, like, as far as we could and then did some side stuff in a different bathroom. Like, swapped out the vanities and a new sink. And things like that. As well. Busy days, so you're lurking. No worries, Chrono. Lurk away. Yes, of course, you will not worry. I need to... Alright. How dare you lurk? Alright, I can't even say that seriously. Alright, I tried to make a joke. If anyone's lurking, please, that was for Chrono's sake and I regret it. Okay. Mm, I was called out. Oh, I dare. Fair. Fine. Please. Uh, oh, are you? Oh boy. Hopefully that goes alright. Wait, just add. Yeah, that's exactly it. Mm, she, I guess, doesn't quite have that, or not all the time, so. Oh, I'm trying to get out of there. There we go. Yeah, Sneasel never stood a chance, right? Ooh. Oh, okay, okay. Well, hopefully that goes alright. Does that mean it'll be better, or at the very least potentially shorter? I don't know. For your sake. Hey Rooster, how's it going? I don't know, I certainly wouldn't guess better. I don't know. He was worried. Yeah, exactly. As if you wouldn't enjoy that time. Okay, oh boy. Really flip of a coin, huh? Oh, I keep encountering them. Please don't be green. I really just want the elephant. We got a nice full odds of Bronzong in our SBQ. That's the Arcan, I bet. Oh. Big hitbox. But not somehow bigger than Centiscorch. Somehow, there it is. I couldn't quite avoid it. I suppose I wouldn't complain. A lot of green in this patch, though. Between in the grass, there's Bronzor and Qfant. Then there's, of course, Bronzong, Caparaja. Arcan, obviously orange and green, but green, definitely part of the change. I wouldn't count it as a green one, though. Does it count? How much green does it have to be? What shade of green does it have to be? If I think of green shinies, I don't think of Arcan. I'll just say that. But I'm putting it in that category now. I know the joke, but there's nothing more uncomfortable to beat about a dad. Wait, trying and failing at a task. Oh, whatever he's feeling weak. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. The secondhand negativity radiates. That is exactly why. Yeah, it's based on affection. It's because it likes you, which is a good thing overall, but does slow you down. If you want to be cruel like me, you can let it get KO'd, or when it gets a little bit of damage, give it some of any of the medicine that says it's bitter. Like energy root, energy powder. What are some others? There's others. And that'll lower it. Just saying, if you want to be cruel. Not necessarily recommending, but I do it. And that high affection will eventually lead to them, I don't know, getting crits or surviving at 1 HP. Because it wants to impress you and things like that. Your folks are going to visit your grandma after they leave the cottage. We're going to swing by your place. Oh. I can understand that. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't. I mean, it's all different, but, yeah, I don't think I would. So I get you. My camera angle is so bad right now. I attempted the strong spawn Conqueror already. I'm just gonna fix it. There we go. See, that's much better. Not perfect, but it's better. Just bonk off the wall a couple times in casual controls. I guess so. A bunch of clay doll. So we're gonna, ooh, they like to chase me down. We're gonna keep hunting, try to get as far as we can. See if we can get a little bit of luck. For the rest of the weekend, we'll be doing Dynamax Adventures and Go Fest stuff. Go Fest. Oh my god, I'm extremely excited. Basically ready. I have a lot of things to do in the morning. Beforehand, should be a good one. I guess that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves. I skipped part of that. Obviously the race to danger. Reading. Ooh, in about an hour at this point, right? About an hour. Let's see. How many? 86 pages of large font glory. Pokemon A Race to Danger. It's gonna be one heck of an adventure. I could read the back cover for you, but you might get too, I don't know. I might get a little too excited. I have to wait another hour, you know? I don't want to... Okay, we don't need the anticipation to build for too long. No, that's just a funny, or not funny. That's just like a bit of dialogue, a cute thought that it's having. In general, I mean, if you take it camping, it'll get more affection. But yeah, that's the right flavor text. It'll kind of change. Sometimes it'll say it wants to be pet. What are the other ones? I don't know. There's a few other ones. Many others, I, again, mostly don't see them. Heartless. Jicno Cruel. And it's just Gallade eating like a gnarled root. Makes no sense. Okay, you warn them that it's in an unlivable state with the furniture piled in one room and everything away from the windows. Yeah, right. Kind of just like, yeah, it's just, you don't really, you definitely don't want to go, right? Let's see. I guess that's true. Or at least attempt to. No. Here it is, the big, I guess the best number of the night. 13,333. If you want to make up for the long hunt, Terrakion, here's a good opportunity. Not right now, or this amazing palindrome, but. Oh yeah, Curry, when you met this. I wonder if those are affected by the levels of friendship. That I don't know. Oh no, not Girder. How rude. What's wrong with Girder? Excuse me. Alright, here it is. Whoa, come on. This is too many girder. It's too strong. Can't handle it. Gotta get out of there. Okay. Picked up the SPQ hunt again at 780. Good luck with the Yamask. Hit like 1k by the end of the night. Although hopefully, for your sake, I guess you get an early one. I'll lull you to sleep. Well, race to danger. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's. It's a bedtime story, but sounds more like a thrill ride. I don't know. Have you at the edge of your seat? Rocking chairs, beds. I don't know. I was trying to think of cozy things. 3 total. Okay, from that 30. So it was what, 5? I'm not gonna remember. 533. I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do voices. I'm gonna read it with enthusiasm. But I don't think I'm gonna do voices. Oh, that was 533. Okay, it's 523. I'm not going to. You know, I'm gonna try. I think it's the best way to put it. Read it with enthusiasm, but. There'd be so many. Ash, Brock, I mean, at least confirmed just by the cover, right? Ash, Brock, Misty. Team Rocket. Oh boy. You want to hear Jessie? It'd be the worst one. Therefore the best, right? A Meowth voice clip. Do I mean, it's so. It's like an anime story that isn't. You know, these are essentially supposed to be anime episodes in story format. So this is like anime. I mean, it's Ash, obviously, but it's like I guess those voice actors is what you would think of. So should I be doing like that Meowth? See, I assume that's what you mean. ASMR. How could you merge those words together? I don't know. No, none. None. That is correct. That's all I'll do it. I'll do the entire book as, I don't know, formally as possible. Mime Junior. Mime Junior, Kangaskhan. It's the dream. Somehow soon this weekend in Pogo. I don't think it's gonna happen. I do not. So that's extremely exciting. Probably another reason I actually am like invested in, care about the weekend. Or like want to play that. So I'm trying to. I mean, I still have the usual and a ton of things to do and catch up on, but I'm trying to get a jump start in the morning. Maybe not 4 a.m. No. Maybe not 4 a.m. But I am trying to do as many as I can for anyone else who's listening or interested in playing. I saw Sunday you get 10,000 bonus experience for beating a raid. So 20k if we lucky egg, plus the usual experience. And at some point, I guess, I don't know. I need like Mewtwo. Wait, Landorus is coming back on Sunday, right? I need Landorus for that snapshot. No one's gonna want to do them because it was so popular and recent. Those are really the only two I would even... I don't expect to do many, but those are the two. And Mewtwo. Wait, I don't think I said the second one. Everything. I was actually looking through when I was trying to use up some of the stuff. Yeah, like a lot of them you can get as shiny, so of course I would do them if invited. Any legendary basically. Because I'm missing most. I was looking through, it was like Entei, Raikou, I don't have Suicune. I didn't see it. If it is, it's terrible CP. And that's kind of where I last stopped. But I have like a 3-star near perfect Articuno. Like when I got it, that there wasn't even an appraisal or a terrible appraisal system in the game where it was just like, it's good at battling. And I didn't know how good, and I just have been like rechecking things that I didn't even realize. It's really good. I don't think that's that useful, but I powered it up a little bit. Gave it the quote-unquote optimal moveset. Anyway, random thought. And I finally used like all of my Stardust. All of it. Hey, Fergie, I hope you're doing well. I'm hanging in there. So I'm hanging. I've been busy. Melting in the heat. Suddenly downpoured and cooled off this evening, but how have you been? I guess the point is I was trying to make is I actually have some good mons. So I'm tempted to not be useless if I do get invites. Rain by you too, huh? Chen Wonder. Rip. It's funny that my biggest focus is Kanto, but it's for the Dex reasons. And Landorus. Extra funny. Nope. What am I doing? Spamming. Oh, can I get out of this? Did I miss? Okay. It's like, can you get out of the menu? I know if you go into items or with the rubber band on, it's just gonna scroll endlessly, and that's a miss. Yeah, there aren't too many for tomorrow. Correct. I know if you wanted it, and then you can get like Meloetta hats. You get Galarian Pony and Zigzagoon with Meloetta hats. That's for raids. Tomorrow's the big day, I think even more so for me, because it's like the shiny day. I want to do some raids, but it's like all the shiny stuff. It's the costume Pika days. Thanks for the host, Superblade. How are you? Oh, lots of hats again. That's actually a good question, though. What's everyone gonna go for? Pop? I guess it's like if you have the ticket, but Pop or Punk? Rockstar, rather? Or Pop Star? Pika. You wanted shiny Meloetta? I mean, I think eventually it'll make the rounds. We'll probably save that for something special a bit down the line. I don't know. What's the usual cycle for like release and then recycle with the shiny included? A year? 6 months? I don't know if there's an estimate. I don't pay attention, or haven't been until very recently. Oh, do you? That's smart. Hopefully you can, Flack. Yeah, even without having it, there's still going to be a lot of Pokemon spawning, and a lot of them that can be shiny. So, hopefully you can. I know, I would normally, any other week, pretty much be in the same boat. So. Do not want. Oof. I have to look again, but my Pogo Shiny Dex is progressing a lot faster than I thought. I'm at to like 104, I think, right now. I was actually really shocked when I looked. It's different. Yeah, like I'm at like 213 total, like shinies at the moment or something. And I think, at least assuming that number is telling me different ones. I can look. Yeah, I was genuinely shocked. Okay. Now I need to find out. I don't know if it's, I mean, I've gotten pretty good luck, but I've also used I've been spending what, years worth of saved up lucky eggs and incense and stardust. It's like everything all at once, right? Basically this past year. I don't know. Wait, what was it? Pokedex. Okay, let me try to focus on this elephant, too. It's a very specific question, but I actually do have a specific answer to. Favorite gas station experience. Okay. Wait. Automated? It's the Dr. Do experience. Basically, I used to go to the same place to get Mountain Dew all the time. Oh, an automated one. I see what you're saying. Never mind. An automated gas station. Okay. Yeah, so I used to go to this one place to get Mountain Dew all the time. And I would stop in after work and be sweaty and covered in dust or paint or whatever from the day. And he was kind of playing off that, I guess in a way that's semi-rude, but I always still found it funny, and he always seemed nice enough. But after coming in often enough, he would always call me Doctor, and then eventually he switched to Dr. Do. And that was my nickname. And after a month or two of that, he disappeared. Sad. I should have stopped while I was ahead. You had a cop almost run you over at a gas station. Yikes. It's a memorable experience. Oh, it's a good one. How do I check this? Oh. Yeah, caught 105, seen 126. Interesting. That's what that means, right? Yeah, seems to be individual registered. 105, even better. I guess you could have, yeah. Now let's open. I mean, of course you gotta check the spawns, right? Whismer. Hopefully that pops up tomorrow. I don't really want to see you today, though. Uh-oh. It's starting to get too friendly. Doesn't Anything good? Okay. So I'm going to assume that there's Sizzlipede in the grass. If it's sent to Scorch Overworld, that seems seems to be how it goes for at least this patch. But that was the normal spawns. I don't know if it'll do it with the weather changing spawns. It's not like we saw Archeops in the wild, which is unfortunate. They're still the first stage. Wait, is there somewhere you can do that? There might be. You can do the other ones. There probably is, I just don't know. Thanks for the Aeron. TCG? Question mark? Let's see. You feel better now that you've eaten. Good. Yeah, that'll help. Speaking as someone who maybe didn't eat enough. I'm confused. No shine. Am I missing something? I am missing something. Yes, I forgot. You got the Aeron because you opened it right after the Darumaka. Right. Yes. Okay, okay. Sorry. I was. I mean, it's maybe not substantially. It would be pretty funny, although fitting. Ash Ketchum's, well, that's more like Naruto. Ash is never, I mean, he was pretty much about food, right? He's pretty consistently hungry. Tommy Mike. Oh. I don't think anyone's hearing gurgles. That's gross. Oh boy, it's coming. I didn't even realize. We're just about there. Probably stop Terrakion in a few more just to be safe. Actually, should probably stop now. But Shore Tool and Sandshrew Masuda. Slenders was frustrating you. Hey, you gotta take a break. Absolutely, Soufflate. If you're not having fun with the DAs, and those can be frustrating, I am with you. You gotta take a break. I'll do a few more. I really would like to get to 75, but every one of these risks us now cutting into it. Again, I do not think it's going to take us 2 hours to read the story. I will have to, probably draw it out, or we'll see. Jick note slow. Haven't read anything aloud in quite some time. I mean, I literally do that every day, but from a book, it's different. Let's be honest. Maybe. Maybe it's not. That's a really dumb thing I just said, though. It is not. No, no. I maybe I don't know. It's just the title has made you think that. It is not. It is 86 pages of large print anime side story. Spoilers. Spoilers? Spoilers? Oh. I'm ready. Don't worry. Alright. I don't know how many good ones there are. I genuinely tried not to look too much. Like, I saw a little bit of the art. I tried not to look at it too much. I mean, I haven't read this thing since I got it. Like, who even knows? I genuinely blind race to danger speedrun. Okay, we're not gonna speedrun it, but blind race to danger LP. LR, a let's read. Can we start those? Start a let's read. Oh. It's probably already a thing and has been. Nope. I've read the I read the back, or I read part of it. I read the first paragraph of the back, and the cover obviously implies some things. Oh, look, there's a race. Imagine. Imagine I just, after all of this, I just open it up and hey, have you heard of this thing called Twitch Prime? Oh, be the worst. I'd never. Oh man. No, it's a genuine story. I'll show you again on the inside cover. It also does confirm my thought that it's there's like a 13 of these. 14 coming soon. Ooh, I wonder if it's out yet. I wonder when 14's dropping. Ooh, coming soon, everyone. All right. So there's confirmed 13 of these at least, but they're not. They're all individual stories. They're not like linked together. Okay. It's probably a good. No, we'll do a few more. Yeah. I'm trying to get to 75 on Terrakion and see where we're at from there. If it shines, it's the race. The real race to danger is catching it before it KOs itself. So, it's still not a lie. It's a different race to danger. Yeah, that's it. 86 pages. They're all just different pages, different links. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, right. Like I would even. Can't even believe I ran with a joke. I haven't seen much, but I've been maybe just inspired. I've been watching someone who's been Not something that I want to do, for the record. But like, whenever they do roll ads, they try to like smooth segue into them. Okay. I mean, no, that's not gonna happen. Okay, Sman loves me in Pogo. Actually, it's boosted odds in Pogo always. But I still have the family done. No shiny milk. Oh, we were breeding, right? You ended up getting a breed jacked off Tundra, if I remember correctly. Good luck, good luck. Still have the weekend or a couple more days. You know, these before stream on Sunday, so you got time. With those Masuda odds, certainly anything can happen. And the step count's pretty reasonable, right? Oh, I already am. Just look at when you start up Sword and Shield. Let me put the red flannel on. It's hard to keep a party full of eggs. Wow. Okay. That's good news, in a way. But I forget we got in 44. I was like, I couldn't even... Right? Not only was it a while ago, but it was so fast. I didn't get a good feel for it. And one egg in your party. Okay. Ooh, Ladybah. This one I've checked a bunch of in Pogo. Couldn't seem to find. All right. Last Terrakion. Oh, we're 20 minutes off, but with the time commitment, I think we'll just full screen Capraja for the last little bit here. No, I thought it was a little later. But I don't want to go over time. The dilemma. Let me try to get it safely out of there at least. For starters. One whole egg. Egg. Good old hat in time. Egg. He spawned it. You have an egg salad to eat, so you don't have to turn the stove on. That's great on the hot days. Excellent. Shiny egg salad. Ooh, is it that good? Could be. Excuse me. Alright. What's that? You've all but one character now in Octopath. It's taking you way too long. Do the way they made the stealing mechanic work. And you're like, that's the route you've taken. Goodness. Probably. If it's literally sparkling. Probably shouldn't. Agreed. Ooh, elephant. All right. Since we're I've decided. Let's do that. Big screen elephant. We'll put a pause on Terrakion. That way, in 15 or 20, we're able to. That would work. There we go. Able to swap without, I don't know, running over. What does it mean your Pokemon says it's worried about not being able to battle well? Yeah, basically. It just doesn't want to let you down, essentially. This is what that's trying to say in my mind. Try to fix the camera. I think it's better in this spot. Nudge. Ooh, too much nudge. We're good. Being honest with you about performance anxiety. Pretty much. Yes. Oh, goodness. It's your perfectionism showing. NPC's inventory. The percentage succeeding to steal is shown. Oh. You see there's a check mark. Well, I gotcha. Okay. So now you're gonna have to like thief everything from everybody. 58%. Hey, I get you now. Okay. Run. Hey, Shep. No, we didn't end up getting Solgaleo. We're gonna go back to those over the weekend. We did what, a couple hundred Terrakion, whatever, 100 Terrakion, I mean, for today. But we're pausing in about 15 minutes to read Race to Danger and Dujikno story time. So we're just gonna keep cruising with Kaparaja. Until then. And hey Ty, how you doing? Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be exciting for Go Fest, but we'll still do some DAs too. I mean, you started with the encounters. The thing is, you can go and breed. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously, if you decide to, Desu. But at least you still have the KO boost if you come back to it. Sometimes you just need a break or a little patience. Once you level up your thief, the ceiling go easier, but you can't leave it since you know you can take it. Unless you really want it. 15% or less, and then you come back. Or 15% at best. Whatever. Trying to get all the Gen 6 ribbons. Ooh. Yeah, that's a hard one, Maison. You did 3 boxes worth of Pichu. Sold with a friend, got no luck. Oh no, and lost everything in Minecraft. This sounds like a mess. Well, you got the weekend to catch up. Try to get back. Try to get that shiny luck too. I was hoping to get to char mods. I don't know what I was thinking. It started a little later than I had planned, but that's every day, all the time. 15 should be about 7 resets, which isn't so bad. It's just, yeah, like you said, just for completion purposes. Okay. Absolutely, right? One of many. I still am expecting one of these grass encounter Q-Fan to be shiny. I do technically have the 500 KOs done, so. Let's see, Mushu's got a vet appointment at 9. Then friends, then volunteering at a concert. Sounds like a lot, but fun indeed, yeah. Hopefully, I mean, you get to spend some time with friends. Is the concert something you're interested in? It's nice of you to volunteer. Best held item to give Lapras. I mean, that really depends on what you want to do with it. For the most part, I mean, probably a berry. In a competitive scenario, oh, I don't even know. Assault Vest. Offensive. Or you go like berry, resto, chesto? Does it get rest? Parasong, something. If you're just doing your playthrough or like using it as your KO mon for shiny hunting, I'm not sure it makes too much of a difference. Something that boosts water moves. One of the wave incense or something. Sea incense. I mean, it would be better. Or, I don't know, it would be easier, obviously. Easier on the game, but maybe not easier on your mind, knowing that sweet loot is left behind. It's so sweet items you don't need, apparently. Oh, that is great, Shep. Excellent. It's commendable. Weakness policy G-Max Lapras. Could work. Has worked. Let's be honest. No, sorry for the confusion, Super Blade. Yeah. I forgot that that's a command and thought you typed that manually again. Anyway, yes, I do still wish. We just paused it as we're coming up on our BRB. And story time. And if it did shine last minute, it could take us quite a while to catch it. Would cut into that potentially. So just for these last, whatever, 15 minutes it was, 10 now. Ooh, speed through Kaparasha. Yeah. No, you're good. Like I said, sorry for any confusion. Maybe I should just take Terrakion out of the title or something. Change it. Wait, what did I come up with? It's not very good, but sure we can. Ooh, I'm gonna use it. Delivering a reading of Race to Danger. Hey, who says we can't use alliteration while we're even if we're not shiny hunting? But delivering a reading, this doesn't. I don't know. Not sure how if I like it. It is cute, at least, right? I don't know if this is going to be a bedtime story. I mean, everyone says that can be soothing, but it's an action-packed adventure. A race to danger, Blue. I don't know. The excitement, the thrill, the action. It might be too much. Here, you know what? Everyone, you want to know what to look forward to? I'm pretty sure the story's going to have a Fearow in it. Maybe a Scyther. A Weezing. I'll give you the first blurb on the back of the book. It's a little bit of a spoiler, though. You don't want the spoilers? No? Okay, okay. That's all you get, then. That's all you get. I ruined it all. I forgot. Yeah. There's a big one that I could say, because I did just read the first blurb on the back myself. Yeah, come on now. Alright. True, true. I guess, and that's to be fair. I mean, I'm assuming, but if I ever showed, that's just because I only showed you the front, not the back. Sorry. Thinking about camping. What are we gonna get to? 12:20 maybe? 12:25 would be great, but we can probably get 17 in these done in 10 or so minutes. I just didn't want to go too far over. Again, I don't think it's going to take us the entire rest of the evening to read this. But maybe. It is, yeah. Apparently it's going to be like, if you download the game within the first month, I think. It's essentially an early adopter gift. Freebie. For the Switch, and then they'll give it to mobile players at a later date, they've stated. But yeah. It was one of the ones that I think people knew about. Outside of, not officially, I should say, people knew about. I haven't been paying attention. This is all that I've heard from or seen on Twitter. But was not in the beta, so it's like new still. We do not. I don't. How about that? I don't know if it's going to be crossplay. I think they did mention crossplay, so you can probably have cross account. But I mean, we saw like Quest, you couldn't. Yeah, maybe because of the way purchases work through the mobile stores or something. I don't know. There might not work. I think they did mention a cross-play, though. But exactly, if you look at Quest, it's just, you know, not what we're hoping for. I could just be imagining that, though. Or assuming that. Exactly. I mentioned it on stream. I learned a fun fact about the Chinese version of Pokemon Quest the other day. It's essentially the same, obviously, like as far as game progression, but some of the way that like the recipes and the cooking pots work are different. Very different. You get 6 Pokemon from like the basic ones, but they've like adjusted the candy rates or whatever, and then shiny rates accordingly. I mean, these are all things I've read. I don't really know. These are things in Quest? Can you get shinies in Quest? And candies? Can you? I'm not really sure. Never played, so. Yeah, I don't know either. Do you cook things? I think so. You cook things, right? Oh, you can. Oh, good to know. Good to know. I mean, I'm assuming. I guess I can't confirm that one either, Chrono, right? I'm thinking about curry. Oh, okay, good. Because I've never played, so I wouldn't know. We all know the famous glitch that said it was my second most played game of 2020 on the Switch. Wild. Can't believe it was that broken. According to your playthrough, you can't get the legendary birds they say are in the game. So it's just glitched all around. What a mess, huh? it third? Doesn't matter. Ooh, I tried to sneak through. And tried to sneak through. Thinking about camping. I'm not sent to Scorch or Gallade, rather. Thinking about reading. Ooh, I did hit that twice. Well, there's another one right there. There's another one right after this. This is the palindrome elephant. And okay. No triple twos. Unfortunate. I guess we're not that far off. 100 encounters goes pretty fast with these. 130, 40 right now. From char mods, at least. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. BRB, alright, do what you gotta do. We're gonna do the same in just a few minutes here. Bell. We can't end on a bronze home. We could. We have. We end on Copperasha, I think, every time. I'm gonna try to get the camera angle right. Make these last 4 all elephants. True isn't. It's the humidity, I guess. Excuse me. True is humid before and after the rain. All around. Gross. It has been recently, though. All humid all the time. I already messed up and hit 1 bell. I saw that Sun Scorch trying to sneak its way over to me. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Final Copperasha. I believe it's 8 on the dot. Just about. We get a nice sunset lighting attempt at the shiny. It's my favorite. I will say it doesn't look as good here as it does out in the Iowa. Ooh, Appleton Island. One, 2, 3, 0. No 4. That's alright though. A good stopping point. No shinies. We tried. We tried. We got a pretty good number in though, I will say. These just go so fast. Otherwise, that's gonna be. No, hey JJ, no Terrakion shiny. We're switching over to our story time. Snapper Redemption, reading Race to Danger. So I didn't want to get Terrakion to shine in the last 10 minutes as we approached, and then be late after like spending an hour or whatever, maybe catching it. So we just hit a few Copperasha quick, and now we're gonna swap over. It's time. It's time. Let me grab this. Okay. All right. So no Tracheon, but yeah, that's gonna be it as far as our shiny hunting goes. Maybe we'll do a little bit more when we get back, or not when we get back, if and when we finish the book. But for now, grab a snack, grab a drink, take care of yourself. I'm gonna have to do the same. If you are ready for your bedtime story, that sounds so weird. Race to danger. Wait, let's see. The race to danger. How excited they are. Okay, maybe they're more scared than excited. We're pretending. Those are Pogs. Look, Pog. Pokemon book. Pog. Yeah. PogChamp. They're happy. Okay. Calrose isn't looking. Look, there's Pokemon. Alright. Anyway. Alright. So, anyway, do what you gotta do. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Take care of yourselves. I'm gonna do the same, of course. And it should be silly, it should be fun, it should be nonsensical as always. I'll see you in a few. Okay, well now you can hear me at least. Let me fix that really quick. I was like, ooh, how fancy, and you can't even hear. That's so fancy. Okay. I know why. I know why. As well, because I was using this to mess with something. Alright. And hold on. Alright. Okay. I think we should be good. Try to put that there. See if it helps. Maybe. Can you? I don't think you can quite tell. Maybe in this. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay. A little coziness. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a little darker. I meant to... Oh, that's probably why. It's supposed to be like this. Boop. Less distraction. Darkness. It's not that dark, though. I could have done something else. I had something else in mind, but... It's for another time. Alright, music's a little loud. Okay. Yes, I have music going intentionally. I mean, it's almost assuredly will be. Or, I don't know if it'll be on YouTube. I don't know. I'm very nervous. Oh, pretty. We got this. It's fine. We got a little bit, like I said, a little candle ambiance. I don't think it's working well. Okay. What do you think? That's a good... Since I'm over here, that's a good spot for chat, right? It's good enough. Okay. Bedtime, story time. Alright, put the Joy-Con over there. Well, it'll be a highlight, and we'll make it work. Okay, one thing I want to test, though, really quick. Alright, I do still have the AC on, but I have it on like the lowest setting. I think it's a little too loud still for story time, huh? I may have to turn it off and suffer. No music, what do we think? Okay. It's odd. I still have it going for me, though. I'm going to turn it off for myself in a second, but I just muted it for stream. Maybe? If I just wait 10 seconds of silence, I can cut it out in post. Okay. Everyone, count to 10 in your heads. I didn't count to 10. That's probably good enough. Cody. There it is. I was going to say that didn't work. With the 100 bits. Thank you so much. You're too kind. This is so awkward. It was way less than 10. I know. It's fine. I said 10. You only really need a few seconds of the background noise, and that'll help. Because I was hoping to, like, again, put this up in some sort of audio format. Maybe I should add a stream marker right now. Hold on. Stream marker. Using things. All right. So with that in mind, yeah, we do have the command story time. I will take opportunities to flash to the card cam, and spoilers. See, there's pictures. That's what I was trying to show. There's things to see, and show those off without interrupting the story, or we'll probably go back and look at them in between chapter breaks. I'm going to try to read chapters without being too interrupted or distracted, even if someone raids. Obviously, we've got chat on screen, but how long is it? It's 86 pages, but if you want to see a random, like the first page, I mean, it's pretty big font. 5,000, yeah. I mean, I'm about to read this to you, so you'll be all right, but it's a pretty big font. Okay. Oh no. Oh goodness. How fitting. How fitting. Okay. I need to stop. I'll keep the music on a little bit so I don't get super quiet, but you can't hear it. All right. First things first. I will show this. Obviously, Race to Danger. I won't show the back since they're spoilers. But an all new adventure. You won't see this on TV. Back does explain a little bit of what's going on, but I wanted to show this. I wanted to show this before we get started too. Okay. Of course, the lyrics to the poker rap, but they don't have all of them. The next 32, okay, they're all in the set. So there's part right there. I mean, this is who knows how long ago. I didn't get it because of that. And please, if the fan's obnoxious, I will try to suffer, but don't need lyrics for that. You don't need the series for that. Again, you can collect them all. I have to watch out. I've got 2 candles next to me. There's the whole set. We are on 13. Race to Danger. Again, coming soon. Talent Showdown. I'm waiting. I'm on the edge of my seat for that one to release. I'm not sure if it has yet. This is only, I believe... Yeah, it's only 22 years old, 21 years old. Okay, maybe. All right. How old is it actually? Oh, it's trademark 2000. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. That checks out. We need the whole box set. Hey, if you could find, I wonder if you could get those on like Amazon, maybe. All right. Oh goodness, why? Awkward and awful. Okay. I'm just watching the fan sound. It's distracting me, but I need to keep my audio up. New snap. Okay. Oh, one last thing. I got distracted. As we all know, the world of Pokemon. As we all know, it didn't get any bigger than this. These are the only towns there are. It's the entire world of Pokemon. This page is coming out. It makes me sad. Good. Thank you for letting me know, Neo. Yeah, it's a very cool map. Yeah, like I said, I'm acknowledging things now and showing off. Once we get into the story, I'm going to try to focus, but it's nice. See the bottom, it kind of points to everything else as well. Oh, really? That would be a good thing, because I'm not sure if that's going to keep happening or not. It just seems like the first few are quite flimsy, probably for age and being opened a lot. Okay. Good. Looks like a cake with tears. Mount Moon, alchemy confirmed. Alchemy confirmed. Okay. Pikachu and Togepi to start it off. Okay. High quality glue. That could work though. Well, over time. Just that map's so cool, right? If it ever does come out, I'll get it like framed or something. I also have my mute button for when that happens. Shh. It's fine. I got candles and forgot to get tea, okay? We all know. It's the morning dew. The first thing in the morning when you're nice and calm and relaxed. That's what it was based on, obviously. Mount Moon Dew, yeah. Okay. I want to keep the stream deck in front of me, but then it'll be the way the cam. Okay. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Though, I guess, I don't know. I was just trying to make it work. Pokemon Race to Danger. 13 in the set. Chapter 1. An angry challenge. What's that over the hill? Ash Ketchum wondered. Ash pushed back the red cap that he wore over his dark hair and squinted into the morning sun. He and his friends had been walking along a green, hilly path for hours, but now he could see bursts of bright color in the distance. Brock shaded his eyes. It's a bunch of hot air balloons, said the older boy. Maybe it's some kind of festival? Cool, said Misty. Let's check it out. Ash couldn't help but smiling at his friends. Since his 10th birthday, Ash had been on a journey to catch and train Pokemon. Brock and Misty had been there with him since the beginning. Their journey took them all the way to the far-off Orange Islands. Brock had left them for a while to study Pokemon breeding with an expert named Professor Ivy. Ash and Misty decided to explore the Orange Islands on their own. They had help from a Pokemon watcher named Tracy Sketchit. Ash had as many adventures on the Orange Islands, or had many. He saw strange new Pokemon. He captured a Lapras and a Snorlax. He even earned some new badges by battling gym leaders on the Orange Islands. Now their island adventures were over. Ash had to say goodbye to Tracy, but it was nice to be back with Brock again. It felt like old times. And Ash knew Brock and Misty were usually up for anything. I'd love to see a balloon festival, Ash said. We need to take a break anyway. Pika, agreed Ash's Pokemon Pikachu. The yellow electric Pokemon had a tail shaped like a lightning bolt, pointy ears, and bright red cheeks. Ash carried his other Pokemon in red and white Pokeballs, but not Pikachu. It always walked alongside Ash. Another that never traveled in a ball was Misty's Togepi. This tiny Pokemon hatched from an egg and still wore the eggshell around its little body. Misty usually carried the baby Pokemon in her arms. These balloons are pretty amazing, Ash said as they got closer. Wicker baskets where passengers could ride attached to the large balloons. Ropes attached to steel anchors to the ground kept the balloons from floating away. The balloons were lined up alongside a winding river. Ash counted 8 balloons. Each of them was decorated with colorful designs. A banner reading, "Pokemon Balloon Race today," flew overhead. The banner got Ash's attention. Pokemon Balloon Race, he wondered. I've got to find out what that's about. Spectators crowded around the balloon field. Vendors selling souvenirs, food, and drinks were lined up on the north side. Pikachu sniffed the air hungrily. Its stomach growled. Pika? Asked the Pokemon, pointing to a food stand. Ah, you're hungry now, Ash asked. Can't we look around a little first? Misty stepped up next to Ash. Well, I'm hungry too, and so is Togepi. Why don't I take Pikachu and Togepi to get a snack? We'll catch up with you in a few. Pika, Togepi, Pikachu said happily, and gurgled the baby Pokemon. Good idea, Ash said. Brock and I'll get a closer look at some of the balloons. How about it, Brock? Brock nodded in agreement. It sounds good to me. Misty took Pikachu's hand, and Ash watched as they walked away, as Misty's orange ponytail disappeared into the crowd. Which one do you want to check out first? Ash asked. How about that one, Brock suggested. He pointed to a balloon decorated with an orange Pokemon that looked like a winged dragon. Ash recognized it. It was a Dragonite. Standing next to the balloon was a girl about Brock's age. She had long blonde hair and wore a light blue t-shirt. Ash smiled. I bet I can guess why you want to see that one, Ash teased his friend. Brock had a weakness for pretty girls. Brock blushed. Let's go, he said. Ash and Brock approached the girl. Hi, I'm Ash. Ash introduced himself. This is my friend Brock. Are you entering the race? Brock gave the girl his biggest smile, but the girl didn't smile back. In fact, she looked upset. I'm Windy, she said glumly. I was in the race, but not anymore. What do you mean? Ash asked. What's wrong? Your balloon looks great. Windy frowned. Well, it's not my balloon, it's my crew, she explained. Each balloon needs at least 2 trainers and 2 Pokemon to race. My brother Storm was going to ride with me, but last night he said he was taking my Pokemon out for exercise when they fell into a pit. They were all hurt and are now recovering in the Pokemon Center. I can't race without a crew. Brock looked up and down the balloon. It's a shame. Your balloon is really nice. It's terrible, Windy said. No, I won't get a chance to win a Dratini. Ash's eyes lit up. Dratini? That Pokemon's really rare. Ash knew the small blue dragon was especially hard to find. Ash took out Dexter, his Pokedex, the handheld computer that had information about all kinds of Pokemon. Dratini, a dragon Pokemon, Dexter said. For years, people thought Dratini was just a myth, but a small colony was found living at the bottom of the ocean. That's Dratini, all right, Wendy said. I've been searching for one ever since I got my Pokemon trainer's license. This may be the only chance I ever have to train one, and now I've lost it. Well, if it isn't whiny, Wendy. Ash spun around to the sound of a loud voice, and a teenage boy stood behind them with a mean look on his face. The boy had shiny black hair and wore a silver jumpsuit. Leave me alone, Jet, Wendy said, and the boy sneered. You were so sure you were going to win the race, Jet said, and now you can't even get off the ground. I bet you're relieved, Wendy shot back. You know there's no way you could beat me. And Jet laughed. Give me a break. You couldn't beat me if you were flying a rocket ship. Ash didn't like this guy one bit. Hey, why don't you leave Wendy alone, Ash asked. He stepped up in front of the bully. Jet glared at Ash. You talking to me, Pipsqueak? That's right, Ash said angrily, and I'm no Pipsqueak. We'll see about that, Jet said. He took the Pokeball off his belt. Let's settle this with a Pokemon battle. You got it, Ash replied. He was always ready for a battle. How about a one-on-one? Ash nodded. Jet threw his Pokeball into the air. Fearow, go, he yelled. Chapter 1. Dun dun dun. Oh, Brock. Oh, Brock. Okay. Not Fearow. Oh no. Okay. Let's go back really quick. I'll show you a couple things. Let's see. We get to see a picture of the full crew. Yeah, I'm little chubby Pika, classic Pika. Picture of the crew. We got like a sad looking Pika. Togepi, excuse me. Maybe hungry. Who's that dragon? It's a Dragonite. Ash is no Pipsqueak, as we know. Gets angry. I probably should. Or at least nothing. How about we put it in nothing? And call that a middle ground. Moving on. I shouldn't be in Sword and Shield, though. Thank you. Okay. I will say real quick, I have to kind of laugh it off as well. The title of the chapter is Who's Afraid of Fearow? I mean, to your point, Gail W. Oh no. Alright. Chapter 2. Who's Afraid of Fearow? The Pokeball burst open. A white light flashed. Fearow. A flying Pokemon exploded from the ball, squawking and flapping its huge wings. The brown Pokemon had a long tan beak and savage-looking claws. Ash knew that Fearow was hard to beat. It could fly in the air for a long time without having to rest. But Ash was confident. He also knew that Fearow was weak against electric Pokemon. Pikachu, I choose you, Ash cried. Ash waited for Pikachu's battle cry, but it didn't come. Ash? Brock reminded him. Yep. Pikachu's with Misty, remember? Ash groaned. I forgot. He always counted on Pikachu when he went into battle. Ash had to change his strategy. What Pokemon could he use to beat Fearow? Bulbasaur, I choose you, Ash cried, throwing a Pokeball. A grass Pokemon that looked like a dinosaur appeared. The blue-green Pokemon had a big plant bulb on its back. Ash had a lot of practice with Bulbasaur's attacks. Bulbasaur, use your Vine Whip attack, Ash commanded. Bulba, cried Bulbasaur. The tough little Pokemon opened its plant bulb and 2 long green vines shot out. They lashed at Firo like 2 angry whips. Firo, use your agility, Jet ordered his Pokemon. Firo swooped and dove in the air and dodged the vines with ease. Ash knew he'd have to try harder. Bulbasaur, Razor Leaf, Ash yelled. A barrage of sharp green leaves flew out of Bulbasaur's plant bulb and headed straight for Firo. Ash smiled confidently. The Razor Leaves always met their mark, and were always effective when they hit. But Jet didn't look worried. Mirror move, Firo, Jet called out. Firo flapped its wings and rose high above the attacking leaves. The leaves scattered harmlessly to the ground. At the same time, Firo flapped its wings some more. To Ash's amazement, sharp green leaves whipped up from the ground and headed straight for Bulbasaur. Firo's copying Bulbasaur's attack, Brock warned. Like Ash, Bulbasaur was too stunned to react quickly, and the leaves smacked directly into it. The grass Pokemon was dazed but not hurt. Firo wasn't finished. It looked at Bulbasaur with a gleam in its eye. The flying Pokemon swooped down and picked up Bulbasaur in its sharp claws. No, cried Ash. Firo flew up, 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 and up in the air. Bulbasaur roared in protest, but Firo didn't listen. Ash didn't know what to do. Bulbasaur was helpless in Firo's clutches. Firo, the Pokemon squawked, and then Ash swore it saw it smile. Firo released grip on Bulbasaur in midair, sending the Pokemon hurtling down. Bulbasaur smashed into the ground. Bulbasaur, are you alright? Asked Ash. Bulbasaur groaned softly. It was okay, but in no shape to battle. Looks like I win, Jet said smugly. Ash sighed. I guess so. And I'm going to win this balloon race too, Jet said. He looked at Windy. Too bad your little friend couldn't help you. Jet called Firo back to its Pokeball and walked off. Misty walked up with Togepi and Pikachu. The 2 Pokemon were snacking on candy apples. Did I miss anything? Misty asked. It looked like there was a battle going on. There was, and I wish Pikachu had been here, Ash said. Why didn't you show up 5 minutes ago? You could have beaten him without Pikachu, Brock said. I've seen you beat guys like him before. You should have just called on Charizard. Ash stomped his foot in the dirt. Of course. Charizard's a flying Pokemon too. Would have been a much better match. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I just got confused when I couldn't use Pikachu, and Jet was making me so angry. Windy patted Ash's shoulder. Don't worry about it. I have a hard time thinking clearly when Jet's around too. He's just good at psyching out his opponents. I guess, Ash said. He introduced Misty to Windy and told Misty how Windy couldn't enter the race. It's too bad you won't have a chance to race, Jet, Misty remarked. I'd like to see somebody beat him. I would too, Windy said. My brother was supposed to ride with me, and so were Vulpix and Butterfree, but they're all injured and I can't race without a crew. Well, we could be your crew, Brock said quickly, and you can borrow our Pokemon too. Huh? Ash said. Sure, Brock said, blushing. I mean, if Windy wants us to. Windy's eyes lit up. Are you kidding? That would be great. Have you ever flown a hot air balloon before? No, Brock admitted, but we're fast learners. Well, that's good enough for me, Windy said. She turned to Ash and Misty. Are you guys in? Sure, that sounds like fun, said Misty. Count me in, Ash said. But to himself, he thought, at least I have another chance to beat Jet. End of chapter 2. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see what I've missed. It's getting wild. Jet. Why is Jet always an evil character name? Is there a good character named Jet ever? Question of the day. Yeah, Jet dance game. Is there ever a good Jet? Hey Johnny, you're still here. That's true. It basically was Skydrop, right? Up, 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 and up. Jet Black is a good character? Okay. So there is a good instance. I'm happy to hear that at least. Yes, this is a Snapperl Redemption. Number 7. We're heating up. One of the main characters. I have seen it, but I admittedly didn't really know what I was even watching. Not in a bad way. Of course. Let me not forget. Fearow versus Bulbasaur. We saw that one already. We've got the traditional Ash throwing Pokeball, obviously. It's the most genuine of the crew. Some more fight scene, I guess, action. I like how he said he swore he saw Fearow smile. Like, Fearow is genuinely evil. For the record. Oh, Candy Apple Pikachu. That's a cutie. I like that, actually. And that's it. That's it for that chapter. Jeez. A lot of this is interesting, too. Ash commanded Jet. I think it just said commanded at 10, but anyway. I feel like Jet would command as Ash. I mean, he does, but it's not Ash Ketchum wording. Chapter 3. Ready, set, race. Great, Windy said. We better get ready. Windy climbed into the basket. There are 3 major parts of the balloon, Windy explained. The first part is this basket. This is where the passengers ride. Windy next pointed to the balloon attached to the basket. That's called the envelope. When the air gets inside, gets heated, it rises. How does it heat up? Ash asked. Windy patted the round platform in the center of the basket. That's the third part, she explained. Some balloonists use a burner fueled by propane. But in balloons like this, a fire Pokemon sits here and shoots flames into the envelope, heating the air inside. Hot air makes the balloon rise. Ah, okay, I get how the balloon goes up, Ash said. But what makes it move forward? Good question, Windy said. I can't really steer the balloon. Wind moves it forward. But there are different layers of wind. So if I want to change the direction or move faster, I move up or down to find a layer of wind to take me where I want to go. Misty looked fascinated. That's amazing. So how can we help? Well, let's talk about Pokemon first, Windy said. I use my Vulpix to heat up the balloon. Do any of you guys have a fire-type Pokemon I could use? You could use my Vulpix, Brock quickly offered. He opened up a Pokeball and a reddish Pokemon that looked like a fox popped out. Vulpix, squeaked the Pokemon in a high voice. Windy examined the Vulpix. This is a beautiful Pokemon, she said. You've done a great job raising it. Thanks, Brock said, blushing again. My Vulpix was specially trained to fuel the balloon. Do you think yours is up to the challenge? Brock nodded. You can count on it. Great, but I have to replace Butterfree too. I need a Pokemon that can fly ahead and test the air currents. Ash threw a Pokeball in the air. A flying Pokemon with brown and white feathers appeared in a burst of light. How about my Pidgeot? Ash asked. Perfect, said Windy. Ash smiled, happy that Pidgeot was on his team. Not long ago, Pidgeot had left him to help some other flying Pokemon that needed it. Pidgeot rejoined Ash when he returned from the Orange Islands, and he was glad to have it back. What about us? Brock asked. Can we ride with you too? Misty and Ash ride with me, Windy said. She turned to them. You can help direct the Pokemon, and you'll be here to back me up in case anything happens. Pika? Pikachu asked. Windy laughed. Hey, yes, you too, Pikachu. What about me? Brock asked eagerly. Windy fished into her pocket and pulled out a set of car keys. She tossed them to Brock. It's, okay. See that van over there? She said, tossing her head. Brock nodded. I need you to be my chase crew, she asked. Follow our route of the ground. When it's time to land, make sure the landing site's clear. Think you can handle that? Sure, Brock said, but Ash knew he was disappointed not to ride in the balloon with them. Brock brightened a little, though, when Windy explained he'd be in constant contact with them thanks to a radio in the van. We can do this, Ash said. I can't wait for the race to start. At Ash's words, a voice blared over the microphone. Ash looked. A woman in a blue suit stood on top of a platform. All contestants for the balloon race, please enter your balloons, the woman said. Starting time is in 5 minutes. Ash, Windy, Togepi, and Pikachu took their places inside the basket. Welcome to the Pokemon Balloon Race, said the woman MC. Each of our balloon teams are made up of trainers and their Pokemon. Let's meet the teams. Ash snapped to attention. He was curious to see what kind of Pokemon the other teams were using. First, we have Team Jet, said the announcer. Ash looked at Jet's balloon. It had pictures of 3 winged Pokemon on it. A Venomoth, a Fearow, and a Scyther. 2 boys in leather jackets shared the basket with Jet. A Charmeleon fueled their balloon, and Jet's Fearow sat on the basket, ready for action. Next is Team Pokeball. Their balloon was designed to look like a giant Pokeball. The team's fire Pokemon was Charmander, and the flying type was Pidgey. In spot number 3, we have Team Farfetch'd. This balloon was painted like a Farfetch'd, a flying Pokemon. The real Farfetch'd was on the crew, along with the Vulpix. Vulpix are popular with hot air balloonists, Wendy explained. Next, Team Midnight. This team's balloon looked like a night sky with moons and stars. Instead of a fire-type Pokemon, it was powered by a propane burner. Clefairy, a friendly pink Pokemon with pointy ears, worked the burner, and a Zubat waited in the flying Pokemon position. Team number 5 is Team Jigglypuff. This balloon was bright pink and was painted to look like a Jigglypuff. A real Jigglypuff worked a propane burner. A Spearow circled the balloon, waiting for the race to start. Team Golbat is number 6. A large painting of a Golbat, a flying Pokemon, that looked like a fierce blue and purple bat, decorated the 6th balloon. A real Golbat hung upside down from the balloon. A Growlithe filled the balloon envelope. In the number 7 spot, Team Meowth. This team's balloon had the face of a Meowth, a cat-like Pokemon, on it. Inside the basket were 2 people wearing goggles, caps, and scarves around their necks. A Meowth in goggles worked the propane burner. Weezing, a poison-type Pokemon that looked like a cloud, floated alongside them. Misty nudged Ash. Doesn't Team Rocket travel in a Meowth balloon? She asked. Yeah, Ash replied. A trio of Pokemon thieves known as Team Rocket were always chasing them and trying to snatch Ash's Pikachu. But their balloon blew away the last time they chased us over that snowy mountain, remember? Besides, that doesn't look like Team Rocket. The announcer said they were called Team Meowth. Misty shrugged. I guess you're right. It seems kind of suspicious to me. The MC pointed to Wendy's balloon. And finally, we have Team Dragonite. Ash waved to the crowd as they cheered and clapped. He smiled and turned to Wendy. He looked happy and confident. The MC continued. The test balloon we sent out earlier landed at the foot of Aerial Mountain. The captain of the first balloon to reach the landing spot there will win the grand prize. The woman motioned to the river. Dratini, she called out. The river water began to ripple. A blue-gray head shyly emerged from the water. The Pokemon slowly rose up and began to swim on the surface of the water. It had a smooth body and a long tail and large ears. Dratini did a happy flip in the water and the crowd cheered. Wow, Ash said. It's beautiful, said Misty. And it's gonna be mine, Wendy said. Thanks to you guys. The woman on the platform held a starter pistol in the air. Ready, everyone? On your mark, get set, go. Okay, end of chapter. Yeah, what? Pidgeot? Did we just make the ultimate discovery? Because no one has these books. That's what it said. They made it very. Wait a minute. They made it very clear that Ash did not abandon Pidgeot. They were like, no. Nice try. No, where is it? They made it very clear that Ash should not abandon it. It's too funny. I know that's a starting guy, I guess. Yeah. That's so funny. And we were just, yeah, you're right. I saw you say that, Tony. We were just talking about, like, what happened with Pidgeot. That's wild. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Yeah, they even have a picture of it and everything. Pidgeot had left him to help other flying Pokemon that needed it. It rejoined him. So basically, okay, I don't know how, like, obviously canon or whatever, but it's anime canon. Pidgeot rejoins after the Orange Islands, and eventually just goes the way of other Pokemon and sits at like the PC or Professor Oak's, but it never was abandoned. He came back. It came back. It came back. I'm about to like take a picture of this. That's probably like somewhere. It has to be known somehow. Check Bulbapedia for Ash's Pidgeot. I'll be honest, there's not too many good pictures in this one. There's Farfetch'd, Clefairy, groundbreaking canon. I mean, it might be. There's a cute Vulpix. Yeah, this chapter kind of lacking. Oh, there's it's a Growlithe. It's basically the Pokemon they're describing. Still cool to see some of the old art, and Team Meowth, of course. Ash, come on, yeah, come on. I know you want to be optimistic, but come on. This is post Orange Island. This is like a year of them chasing 2 years, however many seasons. I don't know. This is years of them chasing you. Misty even knew. Come on. Chapter 4, An Angry Challenge. Brock untied the anchor ropes. Now, Vulpix, Windy commanded. Vulpix shot a stream of fire up into the balloon. The envelope began to swell with hot air. Ash looked anxiously at the other balloons. Some of them were filling up faster than Windy's. Jet's balloon even started to lift off the ground. Can we do this any faster? Asked Ash Windy. Don't worry, Ash, Windy said. Vulpix is just warming up. I know it's going to do a great job. Jet's balloon started to soar away. So long, losers, Jet called out to them. We're right behind you, Ash yelled. Just you. Whoa. The balloon lurched and began to rise into the air rapidly. Misty held Togepi tightly. Brock ran to the van and started the engine. See you at the finish line, Ash called out to Brock. Misty and Togepi waved. One by one, the other balloons lifted off. A light wind kicked up and they all glided across the field. Ash looked down. The people in the crowd were starting to look smaller and smaller. This is awesome, Ash exclaimed as the cold wind stung his cheeks. We're going to win this race, I just know it. And Ash wasn't the only one feeling confident. Across the river, the crew of Team Meowth cheered and clapped. There was a teenage girl whose long red hair was tucked tight into her flight cap. There was a teenage boy whose green eyes peered from behind the goggles. And there was a Meowth, a white Pokemon dressed like a pilot. It was Team Rocket, of course. The trio of Pokemon thieves was always up to no good. And today was no different. Jessie, the girl, waved at the crowd below. These disguises are genius, she said. No one would ever guess we're really the cleverest Pokemon thieves around, added James, the boy. Meowth, you could say that again, said Meowth the Pokemon. Jessie took out a pair of binoculars and eyed the Dratini. I can't wait till we win that Dratini, she said greedily. The boss will be so pleased when we bring it to him. It'll make up for the utter humiliation we suffered the last time we brought him a Dratini. Yeah, added Meowth. It turned out to be a double-crossing Ditto instead. It would have been so nice to have a real Dratini, James said with longing. Jessie grinned. We'll get it, thanks to my plan. Digging that pit outside Wendy's campsite was a brilliant idea. Wendy was a favorite to win the race. Without her crew, she can't race, and now will win for sure. Meowth nudged Jessie. Isn't that Wendy over there? The Pokemon pointed to the balloon with Dragonite painted on it. Jessie scowled. How could she be flying without her Pokemon? James focused the binoculars on the Dragonite balloon. Oh no, I don't believe it. Jessie snatched the binoculars. Gimme those, she snapped. She looked at the balloon and then gasped. It's that troublemaking twerp Ash and his high-flying friends, she cried. They're going to ruin everything. Drat, said James. I thought we were going to sail off into the sunset, but now we'll be blasting off again. You sound like a lunatic, Meowth said. This is just what we need. Jessie's eyes lit up. You mean Meowth nodded. That's right. If we make sure Wendy's balloon goes down, 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 we can escape up, up, up and away with Pikachu. And then I'll be poised to win the prize Dratini, James added. Well, what are we waiting for, Jessie asked. She took out a Pokeball. Wendy's balloon started to fly past Team Rocket's balloon. Just a little closer. Here, balloon, balloon, coaxed Meowth. Nice balloon. As if obeying their command, Wendy's balloon floated closer. Arbok, go, Jessie yelled. She hurled the Pokeball through the air. A huge Pokemon that looked like a hooded purple cobra appeared in a blaze of light. Arbok had sharp fangs and a dangerous poison sting. Arbok, take down that balloon, Jessie commanded. Arbok whizzed through the sky. It opened its mouth and bared its long fangs. Suddenly, a gust of wind sprang up. Wendy's balloon surged forward. Team Jigglypuff's balloon floated right in front of Arbok. Arbok couldn't control the flight path and collided with the Jigglypuff balloon. Jiggly, jiggly. The Jigglypuff from the balloon pointed and cried out in alarm. Arbok's fangs ripped into the nylon envelope, tearing a jagged hole at the top of the balloon. Arbok, return, cried Jessie. Fangs a lot, Arbok, said Meowth. The Pokemon disappeared back into its Pokeball. But the crew of the Jigglypuff balloon wasn't so lucky. Their balloon sank to the ground as the air leaked out of the hole. No fair, James said. That should have been Wendy's balloon. But Jessie smiled an evil smile. It doesn't matter. We just eliminated part of the competition. 1 down, 6 more to go. Devious. Okay. We're about halfway, so it might take us the last bit. Good timing. End of the stream. Hey, Yubi, how's it going? We are reading again, and I'm taking time to show pictures and breathe. But even in this one, there's only actually Arbok there, and a Jiggly, and that's the start of the next chapter. There's really there weren't any good ones there. It's a cool Beedrill though. Spoilers. Spoilers. Yeah, who could have seen that coming? Anyone but Ash. Is true. It's true. Chapter 5. Beedrill attacks. What's happening behind us? Misty asked. Ash spun around. Team Jigglypuff's balloon was slowly sinking to the ground. They're falling, Ash cried. He turned to Windy. Can we help them? Windy shook her head. I'm not sure what went wrong, but these things happen all the time. It's part of the sport. Looks like they've got it under control and they'll land safely, though. Windy picked up the radio receiver. What's happening to the Jigglypuff crew, Brock? She asked. They're okay. Looks like a safe landing. Great. Over, returned Brock. That's good, Ash said, but for the first time he felt a little nervous. From a distance, balloon racing looked like fun. Now that he was in the thick of it, he realized how dangerous it could be. Windy saw his worried look, and she smiled. Relax, Ash. We're gonna be fine. I've been flying these things since I was a little girl. Really? Misty asked. How did that happen? I grew up on Ariel Mountain, Windy said. She pointed ahead, and Ash could just see the mountain's tall peak behind the cotton candy clouds. I lived up there with my parents. They were balloonists and loved to be close to the sky. Then her voice trailed off. But it was lonely sometimes. Didn't you have any friends? Misty asked. Windy shook her head. Not really. I used to sit outside and stare at the clouds, she asked. I learned a lot about flying Pokemon that way. And one day I saw the most beautiful flying Pokemon of all. She looked up at her balloon. You mean a Dragonite? Asked Ash. Windy nodded. It flew past the clouds one day, and I had to rub my eyes. I thought I was dreaming. So that's why you want to win the Dratini, Misty realized. Yeah, Windy said. I'll devote my life to raising that Dratini, and if I'm lucky, it might evolve to a Dragonair, then finally a Dragonite. That would be awesome, Ash said. He remembered when his Caterpie evolved to Metapod, then finally a beautiful Butterfree. It was an amazing experience. Windy smiled. I'll take such good care of that Dratini, she said. Then she looked at Jet's balloon and her face clouded. I can't say the same about Jet. He's pretty tough on his Pokemon. It's another reason why I want to win this race. Ash saw that Jet was still ahead of them. Is there anything we can do to catch up? Windy motioned to Pidgeot. Can you send out Pidgeot? Maybe there's a faster current we could try. Sure, said Ash. He told Pidgeot what to do. Pidgeot? The flying Pokemon flew off the balloon, soaring high into the sky, circled back a few times and swooped down below the balloon, and finally landing back in the basket. Pidgeot, Pidgeot, squawked the Pokemon. It says there's a faster current about 10 feet below us, Ash told Windy. Excellent, Windy said. Vulpix, lower your flame just a little. The fire Pokemon obeyed, and slowly the balloon started to drop. This is a nice current, Windy said. If we're lucky, we can ride it all the way to Aerial Mountain. Ash relaxed a little. Windy sounded confident. The sun was shining, and below Ash saw they were flying over a field of colorful flowers. Wild Butterfree twirled and dipped in the sky below them. Ash took a deep breath of the cool air. He checked out the other racers. Now Windy's balloon had a slight lead over the rest, although Jet's was close behind. The other balloons were keeping up too. Then Ash felt something pulling on his leg. It was Pikachu trying to get his attention. The Pokemon's pointy ears were twitching. Pikachu, Pika, said Pikachu said worriedly. Ash looked around. Everything seemed normal. Pikachu, what is it? Then he heard it. A low buzzing sound. The dense hum was growing louder and louder and louder. Do you hear that? Ash asked his friends. Windy leaned over the balloon basket. Could be trouble, she said calmly. Ash followed her gaze and looked like some of the blanket was rising above the flower field. A buzzing, humming blanket. The blanket rose higher and higher into the sky. Now Ash could make out the shapes. Black and yellow shapes with red eyes, gray wings, and sharp stingers. It's a swarm of Beedrill, he yelled, shocked. There were hundreds of them. They must be attracted to the bright color of the balloons, Misty said. Now the swarm started to fly sharply into the sky. In perfect formation, the Beedrill headed for the balloon shaped like the Pokeball. Ash watched in horror as the Beedrill covered the top of the balloon. The red and white balloon was now black and yellow. A loud hissing sound filled the air. The Beedrill punctured the balloon, Misty cried. As the balloon deflated, it slowly sank to the field of flowers. The Beedrill rose up from the damaged red and white balloon. Now they took aim at Team Golbat's balloon. The crew screamed and tried to frighten the Beedrill away, but it didn't work. Once again, the Beedrill covered the top of the balloon. Tss, the balloon started sinking to the ground. Beedrill flew off the Golbat balloon in perfect formation. They took aim once again, but who would be their next victim? Ash tensed, his 100 red, beady eyes focused on the Dragonite balloon. Windy, they're coming right for us. Dun 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 dun. They're coming right for them. But is it going to be them? Who are they going to go for? If you're still here, good night, Flag. I tried to chick no love. One quick shot worth noting. Angie swarm of Beedrill. And that is, again, I'm the only actual... Oh, no. There's also some cute Butterfree. No, thank you. Hoping for a tornado. I mean, again, we're just like, we're probably up at 55% in, so who knows what could happen. Watch out for wheezing. Chapter 6. Those Beedrill are angry now, Windy said. I don't think they're happy about the balloons popping on them. The angry buzzing was growing closer and closer. Can we fly away from them? Misty asked Windy. Windy shook her head. The current we're riding isn't fast enough for that. I don't think there's enough time for me to find something faster, but maybe we could rise above them. Vulpix, turn up the heat. Vulpix shot a higher, brighter stream of flame from its mouth. It was too late. The swarm of Beedrill passed Jet's brown and green balloon and turned their sharp tails towards Windy's bright orange balloon. I can't get out of the way, Windy cried. An idea flashed into Ash's mind. He quickly grabbed a Pokeball from his belt and threw it in the air. Squirtle, I choose you. A Pokemon burst out of the ball. Squirtle, a water Pokemon. looked like a cute turtle, was ready for action. Blast those Beedrill, Ash commanded. The Squirtle hopped on the edge of the balloon basket. It faced the attacking Beedrill and shot a forceful stream of water from its mouth. Misty threw a Pokeball too. Starmie, help Squirtle, she cried. A starfish-shaped Pokemon appeared. Starmie shot a water blast out of one of its pointy arms. The two blasts of water knocked the Beedrill backwards. They struggled to stay in flight. Finish it, Pidgeot. Use Gust. The flying Pokemon flew up to the swarm and furiously flapped its wings. A strong gust of wind swirled in the air. The wind gust picked up the swarm of Beedrill, and in a flash they were flying across the sky, far away from the field. Good job, Ash hugged his Pokemon. Windy, Misty, Pikachu, and Togepi all joined in a cheer. Just then the radio crackled. Are you guys all right? It's hard to tell what's going on up there, Brock said. Windy quickly told Brock how they got rid of the Beedrill. Great job, over and out, said Brock. Big deal, Jet called from his balloon. So you swatted a few bugs. Anyone could do that. Oh yeah, Ash yelled back. I didn't see you doing anything. Misty put a hand on Ash's shoulder. Don't waste your energy on him. You did great and you know it. Yeah, Windy said. You kept us in the race. Jet's only mad because we're still in the lead. I guess, Ash muttered. Deep down he was fuming. Now he wanted to beat Jet worse than ever. Over in the Meowth balloon, Team Rocket watched Beedrill's assault with glee. Beedrill usually drive me buggy, Meowth said, but they just did us a big favor. Too bad that annoying twerp didn't get stung too, Jessie said. We'll take care of Ash, James said. Pikachu's as good as ours. Don't be an airhead, Meowth snapped. We're stuck in last place. Jessie scowled, but Meowth was right. There were still 4 balloons ahead of them. Midnight was closest, then came Farfetch'd, Team Jet, and Windy's balloon, Team Dragonite. James turned to the poison-type Pokemon at his side, made of toxic gas. Weezing had 2 heads, but both with sick expressions on their faces. I can fix that, he said. Go, Weezing. Weezing, groaned the Pokemon. Weezing, smog that balloon, James pointed at Team Midnight's balloon. Weezing flew over to Team Midnight's balloon. 3 teenage girls made up the crew. A Clefairy worked the burner. Weezing blew a puff of poison gas into Clefairy's face. Clefairy, coughed the gentle Pokemon. It toppled off the burner. What's going on? Zubat, wing attack, one of the girls yelled. The Zubat's crew flew down from its perch. Zubat flew down from its perch. The blue and purple Pokemon circled Weezing, then slapped the poison Pokemon with its powerful wings. The attack had little effect on Weezing. Wheezing, the Pokemon belched. Thick clouds of smelly black smog poured from its body. Zubat fainted from the poison, falling on top of Clefairy. The girls coughed and choked as they struggled to get to the burner, but the poison smog rose up and filled the inside of the balloon, pushing out all of the hot air. Without the hot air to inflate it, the balloon started to collapse. The girls fell on the floor of the basket, still coughing from the putrid smog. Team Rocket watched as their balloon slowly sank to the ground. Weezing, return, James called. Weezing flew back into the balloon basket. Jessie, James, and Meowth looked at one another and grinned. Oh, the success is wonderful. I feel like I'm floating on air, said James. Jessie smacked him in the head. Now you are floating on air, dimwit. But soon we'll have our feet on the ground. We're getting closer to the finish line, chimed in Meowth. And closer to catching that Pikachu, said Jessie. Rough. End of chapter. Zubat faints directly from poison in the smog. Sag. Hearts in chat for Zubat. And Clefairy. They sounded like they had a cool balloon. Chapter 7. A Sudden Storm. Look over there, Misty cried. Team Midnight's balloon is going down. Ash leaned over the basket. The withered balloon spiraled slowly to the ground. Ash wasn't sure, but he thought he saw trails of black smog following it. He grabbed the radio receiver. Hey, Brock, Did you see what happened to that balloon? Well, I didn't see the whole thing, Brock replied, but that smog looks a little suspicious to me. Over. That's just what I was thinking. Looks like a poison Pokemon was behind this somehow. Over. I see what you mean, and what I can find out from down here. Over and out. Wendy listened to their conversation, and she immediately frowned. I can't believe somebody would resort to using their Pokemon against other racers. Why not? Asked Ash. Somebody sabotaged your crew, didn't they? Wendy didn't reply at first. Then she took a deep breath. Well, we can't worry about that now. We've got to focus on the race, Ash. Misty, what does it look like out there? Ash turned around. Jet's balloon is closing in on us, he reported. It looks like he's taking his balloon a little higher. He must be trying to catch a different current, she said. Keep an eye on him for me. Right. Team Farfetch'd is about 100 yards behind Jet. Its balloon is riding into a lower current, Misty added. Okay, Wendy nodded. Then it's just one balloon left, Ash said. Team Meowth. They're riding at about the same level we are. They could still be a threat, Wendy said, but right now I'm most worried about Jet. Ash looked at Jet's balloon. It was about 30 feet above them now, and it looked like it was gaining speed. Wendy seemed confident, though. She stared at Aerial Mountain, which looked a lot closer than it did when they started. If Wendy can be confident, so can I, Ash decided. A strong gust of wind picked up behind them. The balloon lurched forward, and Ash had to grab the side of the basket. Pikachu clutched his pant leg. Misty clutched Togepi and sat down on the floor. Ash held onto his cap with the other hand to keep it from blowing off. Hey, this is great, Ash yelled over the roar of the wind. The wind's going to get us there faster. Wendy shook her head. This could only mean one thing. She looked up at the sky. Ash followed her gaze. Thick, gray storm clouds are racing across a once blue sky, and a low rumbling sound filled the air. We're in for a storm, Wendy said. It'll be fast, but furious. The wind kicked up even more. The balloon rocked back and forth in the sky. Lightning flashed in the distance, followed by a loud crack of thunder. What do we do? Ash called. Hold on tight and hope it's over soon, Wendy yelled back. Ash huddled next to Pikachu and Misty on the floor of the basket. One by one, cold raindrops hit his cheeks. Then something hard and sharp hit his leg. Ah! Ash cried. He reached down and picked up an icy piece of hail. It's hailing, Ash yelled over the roaring wind. Can the balloon take it? The balloon's made of nylon. It's pretty strong, but I'll try to get us out of the storm's path. Vulpix, can you try a hotter flame? Vulpix, replied the Pokemon bravely, but Ash saw it was having trouble keeping its balance. Ash took out a Pokeball. Bulbasaur, hold tight to Vulpix. Bulbasaur moved quickly. It sent 2 vines out of its plant bulb. They wrapped around Vulpix to hold it steady. The other balloons were getting blown around as badly as theirs. Hail slammed on the top of the balloons. Suddenly, the crew of Team Farfetch'd began to shout. Ash saw the hailstones had ripped a hole in the very top of their balloon. Wendy noticed too. They must be racing on an older balloon, she said. But these hailstones are pretty big. They could damage just about anything. Even this balloon? Ash asked. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Hailstones smacked in their balloon as if answering his question. Behind them, the Farfetch'd balloon started to sink to the ground. Tat-tat-tat-tat. More hailstones assaulted Wendy's balloon. It's too dangerous up here. We're gonna have to land. Dun, dun, dun. All too bad for Girl About Potential. I'm sure you got taking your medicine, KLW. Uh-oh. We're in a hailstorm. Oh boy. What's gonna happen? If they land, they can't win. I guess. Never mind. If you die, you can't win. That's what I was gonna say. It's true, though. Yeah, right? He's got Charizard. Charizard doesn't know Sunny Day. Does Ash have any Pokemon that knows Sunny Day? Without getting too distracted, was there anything good? Let's flip back through there. Wow. I will say, I don't think I showed this wheezing before. If I didn't, my apologies. That's really all there is. There's actually not too many good photos in this one. At this moment. Chapter 8. Wait, okay. Doesn't Misty have a Psyduck? Oh, yeah. How would that work in the anime? Cloud9 anime strats? That's a whole mess. We shouldn't get into that right now, but yeah, I guess, right? You would think so. That's true. Hey, Beaky. I don't know how long you've been chilling, but, yeah. I mean, Ash tried to use a Bulbasaur against a Fearow, and Brock was literally like, come on, dude, you have Charizard. At the beginning of this story, so... also true. Yeah, she'd probably try not to use Psyduck as much as possible. Alright, spoilers. We are about halfway. We're more than halfway through now. If you want to know, we're on page 59 of 86. So, let's try to keep cruising. I'll show off any cool pictures. And bear with me if I miss anything. Chapter 8. Prepare for trouble. Ash sprang into action. Just keep steering us out of the storm, Ash told Windy, and I'll take care of the hail. I trust you, Ash, Windy replied. Ash held up a Pokeball. Charizard, I choose you, Ash cried. A large Pokemon exploded from the Pokeball. Charizard looked like a huge lizard with wings and a flaming tail. The combination fire and flying Pokemon flapped its wings in the air just outside of the balloon basket. Char, roared the Charizard. Charizard, melt that hail and save the balloon, Ash commanded. For a second, Charizard hesitated. Ash froze. Would his Pokemon obey him? Then stinging hailstones slammed into Charizard. The Pokemon roared angrily, and it flew above the balloon. It opened its mouth and shot a huge blast of fire up into the sky. The hailstones melted before hitting the balloon, turning them into harmless raindrops just in time. Keep it up, Charizard, Ash yelled. While Charizard worked above the balloon, Windy worked with Vulpix and Pidgeot to steer the balloon into a lower, faster current. Vulpix struggled to keep a bright flame going. It was getting harder and harder for the little Pokemon to keep up, but it did. In seconds, the storm was behind them. We did it, Ash yelled triumphantly. Charizard, return. The light flashed and Charizard disappeared into its Pokeball. Good thinking, Ash, Misty said as she stood up. It's lucky Charizard finally learned to obey you. It didn't take that long, Ash said, frowning. Actually, it hadn't been that easy to get Charizard to listen to him. He made a lot of mistakes along the way. But now that him and his Pokemon understood each other, they made a great team. Most of the time. This is great, Ash, Windy said. Brock, can you give me a report? Over. Brock's voice crackled over the radio receiver. There are only 2 teams left besides you, he said. Team Meowth and Jet have a slight lead. Over. Windy gazed out at the sky. He's going strong, she remarked, but this race isn't over yet. One more thing, Brock said. I talked to the crew at Team Midnight. Ash was right about the smog. They said a Weezing attacked their balloon out of nowhere. Over and out. A Weezing attack, Missy said. That sounds like Team Rocket to me. I don't know, Ash said. Team Rocket isn't smart enough to sabotage a whole balloon race. Don't be so sure of that, a voice cried. Ash spun around. Team Meowth's balloon was right behind them. The voice belonged to the girl in the aviator outfit, goggles, cap, and a scarf. A teenage boy and a Pokemon dressed like aviators stood next to her. Suddenly, the girl took off her cap to reveal long red hair. Prepare for trouble, she said. The boy and the girl took off their outfits to reveal white uniforms underneath. Each uniform was emblazoned with a red letter R. Make it double, said the boy. Team Rocket, Ash cried. The Pokemon thieves laughed. Jesse and James launched into the Team Rocket chant. To protect the world from devastation, to unite all peoples within our nation, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse, James. Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Meowth? That's right. Finished the Scratch Cat, taking off its goggles and scarf. Misty groaned. I'm so sick of that chant, she said. And I'm so sick of you, Ash told Team Rocket. What are you up to now? Jessie smiled an evil smile. We're about to make sure you don't win this race. Windy glared at Team Rocket. Well, why don't you play by the rules like the rest of us? I've trained hard to get into this race. Stop complaining, James said. If only you stayed on the ground like you were supposed to, we wouldn't be threatening you now. Windy's face clouded with fury. Oh, you mean you're the ones that dug the pit and injured my crew? Meowth chuckled. They fall for it every time. Windy approached Pidgeot. I'm going to get us away from these clouds before I do something I regret, she told Ash. Pidgeot, find us a way out of here. Not so fast, Jessie said. She threw a Pokeball and yelled, Arbok, go. James threw a Pokeball too. Weezing, go, he cried. Arbok and Weezing burst out of the Pokeballs. They paused in midair, waiting for orders. These dim-witted dreamers think they can win a race, Jessie said. Arbok, it's time to burst their bubble. Weezing, use smokescreen so we can get Pikachu, James ordered. Arbok and Weezing flew over to the balloon immediately. Arbok sank its fangs into the side of the envelope. Oh no, Ash yelled. It's all right, Ash, Windy called to him. We can still fly with a hole in the side. Only a hole in the top can ground us. Jessie heard her. Higher, Arbok, she commanded her Pokemon. Arbok flew to the top of the balloon. At the same time, Weezing flew into the basket. Puffs of smoke started to pour from its body. Tss. Arbok was puncturing a small hole in the top of the balloon. We've got to stop them, Windy yelled. Who would have guessed, that's the end of the chapter, that it was Team Rocket? A Weezing, Team Meowth. Yeah, at the beginning, it's a Meowth balloon. There's like two people in disguise and a disguised Meowth. And Misty's like, oh, yeah, that's Team Rocket. And Ash is like, I don't think so. Then they get attacked by a Weezing. And Misty's like, oh, okay, well, that's definitely Team Rocket. And Ash is like, I don't think so. Are we sure? Are we sure? Twice in this same story, he's been like, I don't know. I don't want to say just yet. Like, the only people in the world at Team Rocket Balloon, they show up everywhere I am. Also true, yeah. Oh no, don't hit the point in my back where my armor is weak. I also want to say, they must be yelling pretty loud. Well, they're out of the storm now. We're out of the storm, but still. I've never been on a hot air balloon. And I guess I'm comparing it to a propane burner, because I've heard them. I've been next to them. They're loud. To be overhearing that is Pokemon anime logic. Cool photos. We've got the trio there. We got Zard. Angry Zard, burning the hail. I guess means on the ground. Yeah, just shrieking across the sky. Right. They're like not even in the same balloon at that point, and she overheard. I don't believe that, but I like this one. It's one of the few full pages we've seen. Classic. Meowth angry. I like when Meowth is cheeky. Though I have to say, I've been loving the fact that Meowth has got a bunch of dad jokes in here. Yeah, he looks angry. I prefer like sarcastic, kind of sassy, cheeky Meowth. Get this 10-year-old an eye exam. He's just Ash Ketchum. What are you gonna do? He's got some good, not even dad jokes, some good puns in here. Okay. Labracadabrador. This should have been the name of like there's no psychic dog, is there? Fennekin, arguably. Anyway. Chapter 9. Blast off, bad guys. Ash looked up at Arbok, then down at Weezing. Who should they stop first? Then Ash knew what to do. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, I choose you, Ash cried, throwing 2 Pokeballs at once. The Pokemon appeared in the balloon basket. Bulbasaur, Vine Whip, Ash yelled. 2 vines lashed out of Bulbasaur's back. One shot up out of the balloon encircling Arbok. The other reached over and grabbed Weezing. Ash knew he had little time to lose. The Pokemon wouldn't be held back by the vines for long, especially not Weezing, who was hard to hold onto in the first place. Squirtle, Bubble Beam, Ash shouted. Bulbasaur held Arbok and Weezing outside the balloon. Squirtle opened his mouth and aimed big, strong water bubbles at the two Pokemon. One bubble encased Arbok, wheezing, trapped in another. Let go, Bulbasaur. Ash released the grip. Then it released reached its vines up to the two holes in the balloon, plugging them with leaves. At the same time, Arbok and Weezing floated in the air. Ash knew the wind would send them right back to Windy's balloon. He had to blow them away. But how? Just then, Pidgeot flew back to the balloon, ready to report to Windy. Pidgeot Gust, Ash told the flying Pokemon. Pidgeot flapped its wings, sending a strong blast of air at Arbok and Weezing. The gust sent Arbok and Weezing floating back to Team Rocket's balloon. Arbok's bubble popped right on top of the balloon, and Arbok crashed into it, ripping a huge hole with its sharp fangs. Weezing's bubble popped inside the basket. Startled, the Pokemon released a huge cloud of thick black smoke. Weezing's bubble popped in the basket. Team Rocket's balloon began to deflate. I've got a sinking feeling we're about to blast off, James moaned. Meowth, this balloon race was a bust for Team Rocket, Meowth added. Ash turned to Pikachu. Let's give them a shocking send-off. Pika-Pee. Pikachu concentrated all its energy into a big electric charge. Pikachu! Pikachu cried, aiming the sizzling blast at Team Rocket. Jessie, James, Meowth, Arbok, and Weezing screamed in surprise as the electricity coursed through the balloon. So long, losers, Ash called out. The deflated balloon spiraled wildly across the sky. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again. The Pokemon thieves cried. Ash turned to Misty and Windy. We did it, he cried. But the two girls looked worried. Well, we haven't won the race yet. Bulbasaur can't keep those holes covered for much longer. Bulbasaur was determined to keep the vines in the air, but Ash could see that Windy was right. The Pokemon was weak from the effort. Not only that, Misty said. Thanks to Team Rocket, Jet now has a big lead. Ash looked. Jet's balloon soared about 50 feet in front of them. That Dratini is good as mine, Jet shouted back at them. End chapter. What is this anime logic? Those are some pretty powerful bubbles from Squirtle. Worried Misty? Let's see. That's it. It's the next chapter. That worried Bulbasaur right there. Or that Bulba is the next chapter. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not really sure. You think it would get a better grip on Weezing because it's knobby. You could like wrap around one part of it or something. I don't know. Spoiled. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna win? We've overcome so many obstacles so far. I know, right? Well, it's because they've got what's the word I'm looking for here? Like the honor to not mess with them. That was at least Windy mentioned specifically, not wanting to tamper with any of the competitors. But right at this point, I guess it hasn't been Jet who's messing with them, just Team Rocket. But they could easily, of course. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. For a second. But again, we're talking about someone who didn't recognize Team Rocket and used Bulbasaur against the Firo, only to get called out by Brock. Chapter 10. Chapter 10. Charizard heats things up. We've got to repair that leak, Ash told Windy. We can't lose this race. Windy forced a smile. Looks like you want to beat Jet as much as I do, she said. But I don't know what to do. I'm out of ideas. Misty opened up her backpack. She took out a pack of chewing gum and tossed it to Ash. Maybe this'll help. Ash caught the gum, puzzled. This is no time for snacks, Misty. We got real problems. But Windy brightened. Great idea, Misty. Ash, get Bulbasaur to shoot out some razor leaves. Ash hesitated, but then realized what the girls were thinking. Right, Bulbasaur, how about a few leaves? Bulba, said the Pokemon. Some wide green leaves gently floated out of Bulbasaur's plant bulb. Ash put several sticks of gum in his mouth and began to chew. When the gum was nice and sticky, he took it out and attached it to the leaves. Pidgeot, fly up there and fix that leak, Ash told the flying Pokemon. Pidgeot squawked. It picked up the leaves in its beak, flew to the top of the balloon, and dropped the sticky leaves on top of the puncture Arbok had made. All right, Ash cheered. Bulbasaur dropped its vines, relieved. All right, that takes care of our first problem, Misty said. Now we have to catch up to Jet. Ash looked up. Jet's balloon was traveling in the swift current high above them. If we can get up there, we might catch them. No problem, Windy said. She turned to Vulpix. The small Pokemon was trying its best to produce flames, but it looked weak and tired. Oh no, she said, stroking the Pokemon's fur. Vulpix has been working too hard to keep the balloon afloat. I don't think it's got much more to give us. Windy sadly stared at the mountain. I guess Jet's gonna win this race after all. But Ash wasn't ready to give up. This isn't over yet, Ash said. He threw a Pokeball out of the balloon, outside the balloon. Charizard, I choose you. The big flying Pokemon appeared alongside the balloon. Charizard, we need some firepower to get this balloon going. Charizard didn't seem happy to be given such an ordinary job. Please, Charizard, Windy pleaded. Vulpix has done its best, but we need a powerful Pokemon to finish our job. We can't finish this race without you. Charizard's face softened. It gently picked up the Vulpix in its mouth and deposited it in Windy's arms. Then it hopped up onto the platform. Charizard roared loudly, then shot a stream of flame straight up inside the balloon. The hot air quickly filled the balloon. The balloon started to rise higher and higher. Keep it coming, Charizard, Windy called to the Pokemon. She was smiling broadly now. The balloon rose up. Suddenly, Ash felt a strong current push them forward. We found the current, Windy said. Tell Charizard to keep it steady. We don't want to go any higher. Char. The Pokemon heard Windy and lowered its flame a little bit. Now they were just behind Jet's balloon. Hey, Jet, Ash called out. Maybe you won't get that Dratini after all. Jet spun around. A look of anger and shock clouded his face at the sight of Windy's balloon. I thought you were out of the race. Not by a long shot, Ash yelled back. Jet waved his arm and Fearow flew to his side. Then he yanked 2 Pokeballs off his belt and threw them into the air. Scyther, Venomoth, fly, Jet cried. The balls exploded in a blaze of light, and when the light faded, 2 Pokemon flew into the sky alongside Fearow. Scyther was a combination bug and flying Pokemon, with razor-edged wings that looked like sharp swords. Venomoth, a combination bug and poison Pokemon, had purple wings and big blue eyes. Scyther, Venomoth, Fearow, Jet screamed. Tear that balloon to bits. Alright, now it's time to use Charizard. End of chapter. Now it's time to break out the Zard. Yeah, now we know, alright? It was all fun. I mean, Jet was a bully. Jet was a bully, but it's all fun and games now. Let me get a nice image of Scyther and Venomoth. Pretty standard Sugimori art, right? Actually, I like this one. It's awkward, but it's kind of a cool Charizard picture. I like that one. He could just use Scyther. Yeah, does he need to send all of his Pokemon? It's a bit of overkill. Jet, what are you doing? There goes the integrity. Yeah, Ash had it, of course, not Jet. Right. I know. And that's why they wouldn't use it, but now it's time. Now let's break out the Zard. This might be it. This might be the last chapter. They're relatively short. I cannot wait to express my comments on this when I'm done. Okay. Chapter 11. Fight to the finish. That's cheating, Windy yelled angrily. Too bad, Jet said. We're too far off the ground. We're too far. No. I don't know. We're too far up for the ground crew to see us. It'll be your word against mine. And as far as you know, some wild Pokemon attacked your balloon. The Scyther flapped its wings and flew toward Windy's balloon. Ash had seen Scyther in action before. His friend Tracy had one. He knew how fierce it could be. What is wrong? Fearow swooped down from the sky. Ash had already lost to it once. Could he beat it this time? The Venomoth flew in right behind it. This Pokemon worried Ash too. He knew its potent poison attacks could paralyze everyone on the balloon. Ash quickly reviewed his Pokemon. He had to think of a battle plan fast. Bulbasaur, take Fearow. You can do it this time. Balba, said Bulbasaur with determination in its voice. Squirtle, wash away any poison Venomoth tries to use, he told the water Pokemon. Squirtle, Starmie, help Squirtle, yelled Misty. Ash turned to Pikachu. Pikachu, stop that Scyther. Pika. Pikachu nodded confidently. It hopped on the edge of the basket as Ash's Pokemon sprang into action. Bulbasaur lashed at the Fearow with Vine Whips, giving the flying Pokemon no time to launch a counterattack. Squirtle soaked Venomoth with a steady stream of water. Scyther let the other Pokemon battle. It flew on top of the balloon, ready to slice the envelope wide open. Pika! Pikachu concentrated all of his energy into a forceful electric attack. Lightning bolts sprung from his red cheeks, and they sliced the air, sending an electric charge through Scyther's body. Scyther somersaulted through the air. It then steadied itself, looking at Pikachu angrily. Scyther forgot about the balloon. It flew up to Pikachu, slicing the air with its razor-sharp wings. Pikachu, watch out, Ash cried. Pikachu hopped back into the basket, narrowly avoiding Scyther's attack. Good job, Pikachu. His heart beat wildly. His Pokemon were doing great. Suddenly, the balloon dipped in the air. Wait, what's happening? Ash cried. It's Charizard. Look. Charizard flew off the platform and roared angrily at Scyther. Ash gasped. Charizard had never liked Tracy's Scyther. The fire Pokemon was probably eager to battle this one. Charizard, no, Ash yelled. We need you to feel the balloon. Charizard ignored Ash. It aimed its red-hot flame directly at Scyther. The bug Pokemon ducked the blaze. Don't worry about those Pokemon, Jet told Scyther. Take down the balloon and you'll take them all down. Scyther flew away from the balloon and looped around to build up momentum. It flew around the top of the balloon with super speed. Charizard started to take off after it, but before it could, a soft cry came from the platform. It was the Vulpix. The Pokemon weakly struggled to shoot another flame into the balloon. Ash could see Charizard was torn. It knew Vulpix wasn't strong enough to keep the balloon in the air, but it didn't want to give up its battle against Scyther either. Charizard, keeping the balloon in the air is the most important thing you can do right now, Ash said. Charizard didn't make a move. Pikachu, Pikachu. Pikachu told Charizard, and it moved its arms excitedly. What did Pikachu say? Windy asked. It told Charizard it would beat Scyther. Pikachu will defend the honor of all the Pokemon in the balloon, but they'll all lose unless Charizard fuels it. Charizard nodded to Pikachu, then it stepped back up onto the platform. All right, Ash said. Pikachu, you need to help Pidgeot. You know what to do. Without hesitation, Pidgeot flew next to Pikachu and lowered its back. Pikachu hopped on and Pidgeot flew out of the basket, straight up to the top of the balloon. Scyther hovered above the envelope, poised to strike. Pikachu let loose a powerful thunder wave. A huge burst of electricity illuminated the sky. The charge passed through Scyther's body. Fearow and Venomoth were caught in the blast too. Scyther toppled off the balloon, weakened. Fearow and Venomoth couldn't flap their wings. Quickly, Bulbasaur used its Vine Whip to catch the Pokemon, then threw them back into Jet's balloon. Scyther wasn't the only one affected by Thunder Wave. Pikachu and Pidgeot were thrown back by the blast too, and Ash reached out over the basket. Gotcha, he cried, catching the Pokemon in his arms. The force of the thunder wave also pushed the balloon ahead like an airplane using its engines to thrust forward. In one fast blur, Ash saw them zoom past Jet's balloon. Finally, Wendy's balloon slowed down and she looked behind him. Jet's balloon was a speck in the distance. Aerial mountain, Wendy cried. Ash turned around. The tall mountain peak towered into the sky just ahead of them. The radio crackled. Then Ash and the others heard Brock's voice. I almost lost you guys. What happened up there? It's a long story, Wendy replied. We're about ready to land. How does it look down there? Over. The test balloon landed in the field behind a red farmhouse. Can you see it? Ash looked over the basket, and the bright red farmhouse was easy to spot in the green field. We've got it, Wendy said. We'll see you soon, Brock. Over and out. Wendy turned to Ash. Charizard, take it easy now. We're coming in for a landing. Compared to the hectic race, Ash thought the landing was a piece of cake. Wendy and Charizard worked together to carefully control the amount of hot air in the envelope. The orange balloon slowly and gracefully sank down onto the grassy field. A crowd of people waiting cheered as the balloon hit the dirt. Brock ran up to them. In excitement, Ash and Missy started to talk at the same time, telling him what he missed on the ground. The contest announcer walked up to Wendy. Congratulations, she said, handing Wendy a Pokeball. You'll need this for your new Dratini. Wendy stared at the Pokeball as she didn't believe it was real. Then she climbed out of the basket. Dratini was swimming in the river right next to the landing site. Wendy walked right up to the riverbank. The Dratini shyly looked at Wendy, and Wendy smiled and waved. I'll take good care of you, Dratini. I promise. Dratini smiled and jumped out of the water, happily splashing its tail. Wendy turned back to Ash and his friends. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you so much. I'll never forget you. Wendy hugged them all, and Brock blushed bright red. I'm glad you won Dratini. It seems like it likes you already, Ash told Wendy, and I'm really glad we beat Jet. Ash, you won a lot more than a race, Brock said. What do you mean? Ash asked. When you lost that battle to Jet, your confidence was shaken, Brock reminded him. Jet rattled you. But in that race, you made some great decisions. You used your Pokemon in creative ways. I'd say you won your confidence back. Ash beamed. I guess you're right. You know, I never really thought I lost my confidence. I've always known what it takes to be a Pokemon master. Misty groaned. Thanks, Brock. That's just what Ash needs. More confidence. Ash ignored her, and he picked up Pikachu. Pikachu knows what I'm talking about. Together, we'll take on any challenge that comes our way. Right, Pikachu? Pikachu! And that ends the saga of the race to danger. Off to another challenge in Ash's future. There's some other things we can look at. Everyone fell asleep, hopefully. Lol. Okay, there's Ash, determined. The final page. Dratini, I don't have any alerts. Thank you, Tundra. 1,000 bits for the next 3. I guess I gotta get this set. We got Pikachu riding on Pidgeot's head, despite they said it lowered its back. Anyway, these are just like screenshots from the anime. This looks like the episode where it's about to go fight Aerodactyl. Oh, careful. It's a cool Scyther shot. I like this one a lot, actually. It's very cool. That's when Pikachu used Thunder Wave, for the record. So I mean, I don't know. They mentioned it was there was para, like they couldn't flap their wings. I guess it didn't do damage, but it did a shock wave of damage. I don't know. Somehow propelled them forward. All right, thoughts overall. I mean, obviously it's anime logic. What else? There's not really much to be said. I will say, while I was reading this, I often well, one, I was nervous and uncomfortable, but I also, I don't know. I didn't edit too much, but every once in a while I changed a word because it's meant for kids. So there was a lot of just like repeated vocabulary. So I don't know, like, or I stopped towards the end. I stopped reading every single he said, they said, she said, because you got the point. Um, and every single one of these is like, I mean, again, it's a scholastic book for children. Um, but it was also like, I don't know. I'm not one to talk about grammar or anything necessarily, but Jessie scowled, period. This period. Then she grabbed binoculars, period. She gasped, period. Wouldn't have been worth it if you were uncomfortable. I guess. I mean, that's why it's part of the, it's part of the snap roll incentive. So yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not knocking it because that's exactly the market. It's meant to be, like you said, simple sentences for little ones. But I tried to, like, I don't know, add a comma every once in a while, or I just kind of merged some sentences randomly. But I was very, very faithful to the book, of course. I never showed off the back, so. There's all the Pokemon we got to see. I hope so. I mean, I read a fair amount and have throughout my life, but reading out loud outside of chat, reading books, a story, a flowing, trying to get the right inflection. I don't know. I tried. It's a different thing, right? Wheezing always looks like it's suffering, but you're right. This one is super depressed wheezing. Anyway, yeah, brand new, never before seen story. Okay, so hot takes, the book itself, obviously, so that's the writing part aside. The story, I mean, whatever, it's a Pokemon story. Pretty interesting that they confirmed Pidgeot came back, though. Now I need book 14. Where did Pidgeot go after this? When does Pidgeot leave again? Because Ash gets a lot of flack for abandoning his Pidgeot. Race to Danger. Canon. Confirms. After Orange Island, Pidgeot comes back to Ash. They meet up again. They don't say how. They meet up again. Maybe I need book 12. Maybe I don't know. Time to find this set. I don't think that's true, Neo. Again, I don't want to like toot my own horn, but because I haven't been reading as much as I ever used to, but I was like always ahead on that level. That's okay. I'm done. I wish I didn't say it. Music. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it's that time. It's perfect timing. Anyway, Race to Danger. What a wild ride it was. It's a good book. It's a good book. Alright. Yeah, I always did. Like, that's what I was trying to say, or wasn't going to say, is that I did from like a pretty young age. Middle school, 8th grade. Yeah, I mean, it can be dense at times, sure. I've read worse. You all, that's really dense because it's translated. Oh, I'm not even live in Discord. Translated? Got another one. Anyway, that's gonna do it. I am starting to sweat, and again, I'm getting nervous and wait, that should be like a code word. It's the code word for tooting your own horn. You're being super hoeing right now. Oh goodness, that I couldn't even imagine. Alright. I couldn't even imagine. I'm sure it's dense, yeah. You're being a little hoeing right now. Too many tooting your own horn. Better calm down. Well, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. At some point, I'm going to have to highlight it for Twitch and then video somewhere, audio up somewhere. If you want to listen again, if you missed it, at least it's available. For now, though, right, we're already zoomed. I've been zoomed for 2 hours, and I don't like it. So, I hope you enjoyed our what's the word? Our hot air balloon ride, I guess. Only one. Okay. 5231. It's Grumpig Jenner's code. Pin. No need to thank me, Beaky. Thank the Spoink Society for getting the shinies to earn this during Snaproll. We've got a cozy puzzle stream to look forward to still. Obviously, the Todd Snap cosplay and the hiking stuff, but I've definitely mentioned those are pushed or aimed for fall due to like beautiful weather and not being 100 degrees. Sleep lock and 12 hour, but who knows when that's going to happen. Get some food, some water, and rest. Yes. I didn't get to warn enough people. To everyone who's still here, you're the best. The true Spoink Society champions, for the record. But I want to start up extra early tomorrow. I have to get quite a few things done, run a few errands, try to get set up for food. But if you're not in the Discord, make sure. Tomorrow is GoFest. So I'd like to take advantage of that. I guess I'm trying to aim, for like noon EST. If I get up at like 8 and don't sleep like I normally would. Gosh, I really need to. It just depends on how long things take. If there's people out, like. Okay. Sleep. I know. Well, the thing is, I'll be up at 10. I'll be up for GoFest, so it's like. Thank you, Snaproll Society. Yeah, should be fun. Oh, I could tease something too. Super fun. Thanks for the stream. You're too kind, Neo. Thanks for hanging. And I miss KLWs as well. No Eevee. You had fun as always. Thank you. I don't know when I'll find the time because of this weekend. No, it's just gonna be. This is what I'm at least trying to thinking. Oh, why is that not there? Hey. What do you think? Looks pretty good, right? That could work, right? Spoilers. Spoilers. I don't know if you could even see me or hear me there. But, oh, you could. Yeah, you could. You should be able to. Fancy? I'll tell you that it took about 2 minutes. Because I set up for the future. Yeah, first time. I've definitely played tons of Pogo on stream, but never really, haven't like played on stream in that regard. So, it should be interesting. If you notice, chat wasn't there for a reason. Yeah, basically, spoilers for those who didn't fall asleep. And if you did, I can't blame you. Oh, I must have missed it. I'm very sorry. I was trying to like rush and get ready and was kind of antsy for this, so. My apologies, but there you go. Here's your answer. We'll see how long, because even with it plugged in through my PC to like stream cap it, it takes a lot of battery. So, but we'll play as much as possible. Again, Discord, if you want to stay in touch, like I'm gonna be up. I'm trying, I guess for like noon. So the most of Pogo or GoFest as possible. But no promises. Blame traffic. Jig no bless for no traffic. Yes, Discord, best place. That's where my friend code is if you haven't added me yet, and you're going to be participating for raids and stuff. Oh, it'll be flooded, which I hope it is. Honestly, I hope Shiny Splendor is flooded, right? It would be beneficial to maybe like do it in batches or create collages. But I don't mind. Yeah, I love seeing the shiny luck. That's what this is all about. That's why. I want the experience and some raid, like some fun for Sunday, but tomorrow's definitely the big day. Increased shiny odds, Dino, super cool Pokemon off Incense. So, yeah, hopefully everyone. I know, like, some people are turned off from Pogo right now, but GoFest is the one time, and probably okay, I shouldn't say that, but a potential last hurrah, because they changed the way that, like, a lot of the game works at the end of the month. If I can't get Incense spawns, I don't know, so. That's how it is. Last hurrah. Try to get to 40. Feel good about it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I've been ready for a while, but I've been like getting excited, I guess. So, with that being said, I will see everyone tomorrow as the song's fading out. Have a good night. Get some food, rest. now a new song's playing. This was very fun. Thank you for, I would say, suffering through it with me, but it was asked for, and honestly, let's get the set and we'll do it again. Don't clip it. Bye.